What's up? All right, we're gonna do a sound check here. James, yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm always late. It's always my hair and makeup person actually that's making me late. So that's the honest truth to that story. So yeah, a quick sound check here because on my last stream it was rough. Yeah, pretty loud again. I'm gonna turn this down. Make sure this is a good level. There we go. I think that sounds a lot better. Yeah, much better. Much better. See, I kind of, on the last stream I did, what a great stream with Creepy Little Pete from Creepy Little Book. But my mic was like super hot, and I'm sorry if I ruined any of your all's speakers or headphones or anything with that one. I didn't know it. Normally people tell me in the chat, they're like, hey, Hoff, you sounding pretty hot tonight. You maybe turn that mic down a little bit. No one said anything. Still no complaints yet. Maybe I'm just being picky about it, but to me it sounded like crap on my end. Pete sounded great, of course, but I just want to make sure the sound is good. So if I don't sound good, just let me know in the chat. So what's up, James? What's up, man? How you doing tonight, brother? Hope you're doing well. Matt Brooks, what's up, dude? How are you tonight? Are you enjoying your winnings from Vegas? All right, so let's start this show. Let's get it going. Let's get this going. Hey, Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. We got a good show tonight. A lot to go over, as I always say. I try to find all sorts of things throughout the internet and through current times to talk about for the most part. You know, every now and then we'll discuss some fun stuff, of course, and then we'll do some UFO videos at the end. And then if you want to stick around, I normally have a after show hangout. I'll put the invite in the chat if anyone wants to come in and hang out for that. So first and foremost, I have to well, thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Thumbs up complete. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, like, share it if you feel comfortable sharing my craziness with your friends or family. Please feel free to do so, or just with your Twitter feed or whatever it is. Share some Hoffcast. If you haven't subscribed yet, if that subscribe button looks like a bloody wound, put a gray band-aid over it. Just slap a gray band-aid over that thing with your clicker there and subscribe to Hoffcast. He's free. He works hard every week for you. He tries to put on a good show. So cheers to you bosses here tonight. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, and also if you want to be a real boss, real bosses do this. That little bell button down there, that'll tell you whenever I go to live or do anything like that. So ring that bell like Quasimodo, bro. Give me that ring a ding a ding ding. Bing bong, James. Give me that bing bong if you want to stay in touch with Hoffcast. So anyways, as always, we are going to, of course, we're going to share the website, Hoffcast.com, ladies and gentlemen. Hoffcast.com. This is my website. It is a work of art. It is something to behold. It's actually pretty simple. I need to work on it more, as I always say. I don't know. It just always seems to be at the bottom of my list, but I do always update it with the next live stream, so you can find it here if it's not coming up on your YouTube, because I know they don't like me here, so they might not recommend it to you, or even give you even if you ring the bell like a true boss, they might not even let you know about that. So make sure you go to Hoffcast.com if you feel like, hey, where's Hoff at? Well, I'll keep you updated here. And there's lots of other things down at the bottom if you want. There's the Instagram and Twitter. And my Instagram, I've been having a lot of people follow me on this Instagram lately. I don't really post that much. I've been trying to post when my shows are, I guess, lately. But I've been getting a lot of people follow me on there, so I'll try to update that more often, I guess. Instagram there, I'm not a big fan of social media. You know that if you watch Hoffcast. I'm not a big fan. And then Twitter, I rarely do anything on there, but if you want it like private messaging, I do try to read those. And I'm bad at replying. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. I apologize for that. I've been getting a lot more lately than I've been used to as well, because I don't know the show or what, but just been getting a lot more interaction lately. So I apologize if I don't get back to you right away. I'll do my best to do so in a timely manner, even though I'm still really bad about that. You know, I'm about as bad at text getting back to you in direct messages or private messages as James here is at replying to text messages. And he made his debut on Hoffcast recently, so cheers to that, boss. So I think we've covered all of the main ground stuff here. Hoffcast.com. Go there. It's a majestic work of art. It is the only website you'll ever need in your life. So I gotta plug it. Matt Brooks says follow Hoff on Pinterest. Yes, I do a lot of arts and crafts as well on Pinterest. Just go to Pinterest and search Hoffcast. Hoff crafts, Hoff balls. You know what I'm talking about, bosses. All right, so where do we start tonight? Where do we start? I got a good show lined up. I got a lot of fun things planned. We're just going to ease into it as always. You know, it's what we do here at Hoffcast. We just sort of ease into things. We start out with a snowball, and then we try to make it into an avalanche eventually. And it doesn't always work, but we do always get some kind of a snowman at the end, I guess, or snow woman, snow person. I'm being politically correct, friendly to the people. Anyways, let's see here. I want to take a look at this. I'm a big fan of the Huskies, you know. Hopefully I can show a couple of these videos, and it's not like a copyright sort of thing or something. But my dog is half Husky, and they're an interesting kind of creature, no doubt about that. So let's take a look at this Husky here fighting a terrible AI robot creature that listens in a bug. So that's why I like Huskies. They know when yeah, you know what's up. You know what's up.
Hi, Maya.
Oh, Maya. We just started the video. Stop, Alexa. Maya.
Let's get the out of here.
You have to be nice. Yeah, you have to be.
Maya. Get off me.
Oh, no.
I didn't ask for a bear hug.
I find this funny because this is exactly how my dog acts.
Maya, I will pay you 1,000 treats to be
She's not as loud as this dog, but
this dog is
just as smart. They don't like technology.
Maya, your breath smells.
My dog
so
hates
bad
when I play a video game. I rarely get in like 5 minutes.
Come on, we have to take a picture. Oh my goodness.
Courtney, what's up? How you doing?
Maya.
Here, let me mute this. So, say hi to Courtney. What's up? How you doing tonight? Glad to see you here. As I said earlier, I think more people are joining in now, but I will be doing an after-show hangout after the stream as always. If you haven't already, you know, make sure you hit that thumbs up button or the subscribe button for off here. I love Huskies.
Maya, can we put Alexa
all dogs
in
are the best dogs, but
her?
Huskies are pretty interesting. They're pretty animated. They're wild, and they're drama queens. There's no doubt about that.
Maya?
Your roommate just took up her.
Huskies are drama queens. They demand things. They're you know, dinner's not on time, they'll let you know. They'll for sure let you know. But also they're very patient. As you can see, my pup back there, she's always very patient during the Hoffcast. She hates when I do it. She doesn't even know what I'm doing. She just thinks I'm talking to myself for 3 hours. Like, what are you doing, you crazy guy? Because she can't hear nothing. I don't have any speakers going or anything. She's, this guy's just talking to himself for like 3 hours. What is wrong with him? Like, when does he play with me or something? Yeah, I know. I feel bad about it too. But hopefully she understands that I am doing something. You know, I'm on a higher level, you know, as a human being, I'm mentally on a higher level than her. So hopefully she understands that I'm doing something that she doesn't quite understand. That's why she's so patient. She knows she gets treats at the end. She knows that. She gets all the treats because I love her. So let me see. I also saw let me see the chat real quick here. I want to read some of Courtney's comments. She said she loves dogs. I love dogs as well. I'm gonna show a cat video here in just a second. I like cats as well. One of my first pets was a cat, but it turns out I'm allergic to cats. Make me sneeze real bad, and so I can't really have a cat. But also, I don't know if I'd want one, but I don't hate cats by any means. Just because I'm a dog guy doesn't mean I hate cats. I don't like to be biased here at Hoffcast. I'm not biased in real life. I think cats are cute as hell. Not gonna lie. Except them big jungle cats, and they rip your face off. You know, they run at like 100 miles an hour. Them cheetahs. Courtney says my Boston Terrier is the same way. Oh, these are good dogs. She also says my dog used to hide under the covers from me because I talk to him too much. He was literally face plant his head into a pillow. It was hilarious. Well, if I sleep in, my dog will she'll jump up into my bed and she'll be like, I gotta go out. So she'll put her snout right under my pillow and she'll just lift up and she'll be like, wake up, man. I gotta go out. I'm hungry. Why are you sleeping in? I'm like, my day off. Come on, give me a break. Pup, give me a break. That's true though. She does that. She's a smart dog. Very smarter than I am, probably, actually. So she should host this show. We should make it the Kira cast. You know. My buddy Brandon, what's up, man? He said, dude, the flow is on point. I'm not doing an Illuminati hand sign there or anything. I'm the okay sign. That's what that is. I'm not doing or white, whatever you want to say that it is, white, whatever. It's not what I'm doing. It's okay. That's what it is. It's okay. Barb says, evening, peeperonis. Happy Hoffcast Day. Oh, thank you. Every Tuesday. It's like a holiday every Tuesday. Hoffcast Day. Tim's Talk. What's up, man? It was great to meet you recently. Yeah, Kylo Ren himself, literally. I thought this guy at work, Brandon and James, I thought this guy we work with looked like Kylo Ren. Now this guy's got him beat, hands down. And he's way nicer than Kylo Ren as well. So Kylo Ren was kind of a mean guy. Maybe up until the end. Spoiler alert. All right, so let's check out this this cat video while we're still getting to the chat here. Hopefully I can show this one too. I don't know. This one, some of them, like I was looking up, they have copyright claims at the bottom, like you cannot share this. So this one didn't. So I figured this would be a fun one to share. That's why we're getting warmed up here. Oh man. Cats. So hope y'all are doing good tonight. I'm in a good mood. I don't know where to start. I got a bunch of stuff. Sometimes I have a plan. Sometimes I don't. Tonight's one of them nights where I don't have a plan. We're just going with the flow. We're going to see what happens. Oh, there's something. I almost forgot something. I got to. I can't forget that. I'm saving it for later. So I almost forgot something, and I just can't forget it. So I had to remember to bring that up. If you've been a long enough watcher of Hoffcast, you might know what I'm talking about. All right, let's keep a little light here. Starting now, let's do. I'm ready to read. I'm ready to read some stuff for you. I'm ready to do the work. Ow, now, brown cow. Let's get my voice going here. I like this, I love the Babylon Bee articles. This one here, can we see us okay, bosses? Yes, we're good to go. So this is satire, by the way. I always say that, but I got to say that disclaimer. If not, they'll fact check me here. This one says Biden unveils 2024 campaign slogan. Can't do much about that. Well, first of all, you know it's satire because Brandon probably won't run for president here in 2024. If he does, I'll be very surprised, and I will truly believe he might be a robot or on the Bloods at that point. You know, it's like, how's this guy still going? It's insane. I need some of those shades, by the way, down there. I gotta click out of that ad, but I need some shades, some cool shades like Fifth 90 had on that night. Anyways, let's get back to the article. It says it's from Washington, D.C. This is also, Babylon B. Can't do much about that is Brandon's official slogan for the upcoming 2024 re-election campaign. Seems about right, to me, personally. That's about it. Have they taken responsibility for anything yet? Like, at all? I mean, does any administration take responsibility for anything is another question, but especially this one. I mean, they're all about, they'll blame, but they haven't admitted to anything at this point. Like, literally, it's just like, just let that roll off the back to the past, right? Our hands are clean. Nothing we can do about this stuff, even though it's all happened underneath us. Anyways, back to the article here. All right. Says the Brandon administration unveiled the slogan this morning and noted that it is a direct quote from the alleged president himself, intended to capture Brandon's mysterious, folksy charm and no nonsense attitude. I love the guy's braggadocio, his bravado, whatever you want to call it. Joe Brandon thinks he's the toughest guy on the playground, no doubt about that. And it's funny. It's really funny, he's definitely the most popular guy in the pool. When they see his hair, they like to put it, the kids like to play with his hair in the pool. If you've ever seen that, I think I've shown it before on Hoffcast, that video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then it just sounds like nonsense, and I apologize. Deputy Chief of Staff Jim Blackwoman, once again, this is satire, said, "We want Americans to see the president as a kindly old man who can barely tie his shoes. Our can't do much about that slogan is designed to remind everyone that Brandon is not responsible for anything bad happening and that he has no control whatsoever of the State of the Union. We feel voters will really respond to this idea and that they can't blame him for anything." Yeah, he's not competent enough. You can't blame him. Who can you blame? It just happens. That's just the way it is. Deal with the prices. We're fighting Putin, It says sources close to the alleged president confirmed the slogan serves a dual purpose. His handlers can't get him to remember anything, so they picked a phrase he says a lot anyway. Also, they could have chosen "my butt's been wiped." That's a good one. He uses that one a lot. "My butt's been wiped." When asked if the slogan was an error in judgment because it makes people think he has no power, the alleged president reportedly answered, "Can't do much about that." That's pretty funny, you gotta admit. All right, so I think that's the end of that article right there. It kind of sums it up. I want to get some of those stickers that say it's got Brandon on it and he's pointing and it says "I did that," and put them on some gas pumps. Really vandalize some stuff. Vandalism's cool, kids. All right, let's keep this rolling. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. This is the one I had to find a minute ago, because if I didn't, I'd be breaking a streak, and I have to do it.
And how about Penelope?
By 9 o'clock, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well.
Oh,
Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon? Where's your home? I think we.
Yeah.
I think it gets better every week. I'm not gonna lie. It might get better. I thought I was gonna get bored with it. I think it's getting better. To be honest, like I think a couple weeks ago I was kind of getting sick of the joke. Now it's funny again to me. Like I was like, oh, can I keep doing this like every week? Keep playing this, and like I'm starting to get tired of it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll end it. Nah. It's funny again. And it's going to get not funny again for a few episodes. And then it's going to get hilarious after that. And then like 20 more episodes after that. Like it's just going to be brainwashing. And then like 5 episodes after that, it's going to be the funniest thing you've ever seen again. I promise. I know how to do a long joke, a long running, long con joke there. That's what we're doing with. Oh my gosh. What's up with the chat here? Matt Brooks says the Bloods, is he a gangbanger? What that's again, the Bloods and the Crips. No, I was talking about the Bloods from, like he's like he's allegedly, he's not a vampire, but no one would ever say that he was a vampire. Anyone around him was like a vampire, but you know what I'm saying? They drink blood sometimes. Allegedly, sometimes they like do that, I believe. Matt Brooks said Brandon hopefully has moved on to Velcro shoes. Hey man, don't knock Velcro shoes. I don't own any personally, but I'm not against it. I might get a pair just for a lazy day or whatever. Yeah. I think people think your IQ is not up there though if you have Velcro shoes. Well, what if you got Velcro mixed with laces? Then you're on a whole nother level. And your shoes are never going to come off. Even if you die, your shoes aren't going to fall off. Barb says every administration blames someone else for their failures and takes credit for someone else's success. That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, it happens for sure. But also, I mean, like, sometimes whenever shit's going downhill, you got to take responsibility for something. If not, there's no fixing it at all, because... That's all I'm saying. Because if you can't admit to your flaws, and if you can't identify what's going on, then that's when you can't correct the problem at all. That's when you're out of luck. Courtney says the town next to us has a Let's Go Brandon store. That's what it's called. It's probably doing pretty good business. Not gonna lie, I see that. Where I work, I see written on the backs of trailers in the dirt all the time, Let's Go Brandon or FJB, any of that stuff. It's great. It happens daily, literally. I see it daily, sometimes multiple times daily. So it's caught on. Heck, I have a shirt. Wookiee Supremacy, what's up, man? How are you doing tonight? Always good to see you. Hope you're doing well, bud. Steve, aloha. Steve, aloha, aloha. Said 100. Surf's up, bro. How are you today? I'm doing good. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a very good mood tonight. I think it's gonna be a fun show. And we still have a lot to go over. Half hour in now. I still haven't even scraped the surface. What do they say? The tip of the iceberg. Haven't even just at the tip right now. Wookiee Supremacy said Kid Rock ruined Let's Go Brandon. It's old. I didn't know he did something about that. I don't keep up with Kid Rock, but it seems like something he would do. No lie, it seems like he would take that and try to make it his own. It says that song is cringe. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big Kid Rock fan. I thought he did a good role in Joe Dirt, but that's about it. Ball with the ball, the bang, the bang. And like, what is that? It's not even real words, bro. Want to write songs with gibberish now? Was that what we're doing? I could do that all day. Bang. See, there's a hit for you. There's a top 10. Top 10 on the AM radio. Francis says, cheers to you. I just drank, I'll drink again. Cheers to you. It's just water. Water I'm going to have to refill from a can soon. Francis says, F Joe Biden, impeach Biden flags popping up all around here. Defund the media signs too. See, I'm more about, as much as I might agree with the F Joe Biden and that kind of thing, impeach, everyone says impeach. Impeachment doesn't lead to anything ever. And when has impeachment ever led to any real results? Impeachment's a lie. It's a falsification. I just made that word up. But I do agree with the defund the media signs 100%. I do completely agree with that. At least the mainstream media, or at least the ones that are being owned by the people upstairs. I'm talking about the people way up there. I'm all about that for sure. Matt Brooks says, I was guilty of liking Kid Rock as a child. That's fine. You can like whatever you want, man. I like some Nickelback. I'll admit it right now. I listen to some Nickelback. This is how you remind me what I really am. See, I like some Nickelback. You don't have to be ashamed of what you like. If you like something like Kid Rock, it's fine. We all have our guilty pleasures. So I just admitted to one of mine live, and this is gonna be up for until it gets taken down by YouTube for something I'll probably say tonight. Welcome, bosses, to Hoffcast. Cheers to all you bosses. All right. Hold on, we got to continue this real quick. I just lost though because I'm having fun with the chat tonight. Though, not gonna lie, having fun with the chat. Francis says, clear the most popular president of all time. The polls say so. Yeah, of course, yeah. Brandon, no doubt, 81, 82 million votes, hands down. Like, he had so many people at his rallies. The guy, and people love him, by the way. I see a lot of bumper stickers and stuff with Biden Harris. Wookie says, friends let friends listen to Nickelback. Well, I listen to Nickelback with some friends. We'll sit around drinking. One of them just got through a breakup. We'll put a Nickelback album on, and that's just the way it goes sometimes between bros, man. I'm sorry, we all just want to be big rock stars. Barb says Nickelback, Say It Ain't So. No, Say It Ain't So is actually a Weezer song. I get what you're saying. Steve says, up jumped a boogie da bang, da boo da boogie da boo boop. Hey, Kid Rock, what did you just say? What'd you just say? He made a lot of money off saying nothing. Let me tell you that. He made a lot of money off saying nothing. That's amazing. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Not making any money, though. Corey says, Hoff, we can't be friends anymore. I'm not a fan of Nickelback, all right? I'm not a fan. What I'm saying is I can put Nickelback on and listen to Nickelback and not be offended. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you just got to put it on, I'm sorry. It's just, don't judge me. I'm sure you all got something out there you don't want to share that you like to watch or listen to. Y'all probably out there watching like 16 and Pregnant or something like that. Say a hero that says I'm not gonna stand there on the hill. I'm an idiot. What is this show? We gotta get back on track here. What is this show? Oh my gosh. All right, let's try to get back on track, I guess. There's another funny Brandon video I saw earlier. This one's good. Yeah, this is Memeology 101. This is a funny video. Basically, he calls Kamala Harris the first lady.
stage, but that's enough too. Look at the stage. But there's been a little change in the arrangement of who's on the stage because of the First Lady's husband contracting COVID. But look at this room and what you see. Pardon? That's right. She's fine.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
That's not together. The second lady, the first gentleman. How about that? Anyway.
Was that regular show? Was that a regular show at the end there? I missed that show. I haven't seen it in a while. Let me see the chat. Courtney says, I'm joking. I can't talk. I listen to some bad music. Yeah, we all do, you know. I used to put some Lady Gaga on occasion, even, you know. And I mean, sometimes you just, you know, you just want to feel like a diva. Yeah, I'm kidding. Her first album, she had some of the songs on that wasn't that bad though on the first album, and then she became Illuminate confirmed. I think she was already Illuminate confirmed on the first album, but yeah, it wasn't that bad. Well, he says there's two kinds of music: the stuff I like and crap. That's it. I think everyone feels that way though. Weezer is awesome. Courtney says, yeah, I mean they used to be the same thing. Like their first few albums were great. The Blue album. You know, Pinkerton, even Maladroit and the Green album, I thought all were good. Make Believe kind of was when they started shifting into the pop kind of scene where, you know, it just became formulaic in my opinion, and there wasn't a whole lot of feeling behind it. Like that's where they came from. And then now they're just like this. They're doing cruise ship shows. Like they're going out doing cruise ships and just party. And all their songs are just like party songs at this point. I don't even know if they play instruments anymore. I think they just make beats and rap. That's what Weezer is now. Courtney says, if you like Creed, definitely. I don't like Creed. No, I'm not. I don't like Creed. No. What's the song? What's the Creed song? I get them mixed up. Yeah, I get them mixed up sometimes. Is somehow it's right there on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the Creed song. With arms wide open. Is that it? Was that it? I think that's it. Oh my gosh. Hey, Wookie, I'm just being I'm honest here on Hoffcast, all right? Hoff is honest. He ain't gonna lie to you. He'll be up front with you, you know. Put grip on. Shane, what's up, my guy? What's up, Shane? How you doing tonight, man? I've been wasting so much time on this show. Been talking about music. I'm actually having a good time. So many people here in the chat. I'm glad you all bosses are here. Thank you so much. I'm gonna keep it going here. Bane Bear, what's up, man? How you doing? Chrissy, what's up? I still listen to Aqua from time to time. So yeah, that's Barbie Girl, right? Yeah, I think I'm right. Yeah. She says except for Barbie Girl. Oh, so there's a whole career that Aqua has that's not Barbie Girl. That's pretty interesting. I thought they wrote one song, like the Baha Men wrote "Who Let the Dogs Out," and they didn't write any other songs after that. I thought they just, you know, remember Lou Bega, Mambo No. 5? I thought he just wrote one song, and that was it. You know, one hit wonders. But it's hard to imagine they have other songs when you can only think of the one song they had. Unlike the great ones like Nickelback and Lady Gaga. I'm just messing with you, bosses. I'm just messing with you. All right, what else we got here? With arms wide open. Here's something I agree with here. So recently, the daylight savings time, you know, we lost an hour of sleep, but I enjoy having the extra hour of daylight at the end of the day. So what they're saying in this article is that they want to keep the extra hour at the end of the day, then I'm all for it. If they want to take that hour away, I'm against it. So it says daylight saving time, which I'm all about getting rid of it. I think it's dumb. It always messes me up. There's like 6 months out of the year where I'm like messed up. I'm like, oh my gosh, was it like 6 months? That's that right? And you're just like it's that, just like it's dark at like 5:30 to 6 p.m. and it's just like feels like the night goes on forever. Wookie and Steve both say they don't do that. They don't do that crap there. I wish we didn't. Like, holy crap, it's terrible. It ruins my life for a good 6 months there until it. So this week we're back on my schedule. In my opinion, I like having that extra hour of daylight in the evening. You know, gives me a chance when I get home from work, take my dog out to the park. There's still some good daylight out there. You know, feels more like I got some more time in my day. Just due to my schedule personally. I guess if you're an early morning person, it's not good for you. But what are you doing up that early? What is there to do when you're up that early? Nothing. You gotta wait. You gotta wait a little bit. You can't be up at like 5, 6 in the morning. That ain't cool. Unless you have to be for work. That's a whole different story. But if you're just getting up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and you don't even have to be at work till like 9, what are you doing with your life? You better be working out in that time. It says here's the New York Post says the clock may be running out on daylight saving time. But what does that mean? The U.S. Senate on Tuesday voted unanimously to rescind the twice-a-year shift in our clocks, a controversial measure designed to maximize sunlight in the northern hemisphere. If you believe in that. Here's a look at daylight savings time and how it could affect you if the House and alleged President Brandon agree to scrap it. Well, it'd be the first thing I agree with. If he does this, it'd be the first thing I agree with that he does. If only he's giving me that hour at the end of the day. I don't want the hour in the morning. I want it at the end of the day. That's what I want. I like it to be sunny until like 8 or 9. I'm a night owl, you know. I like to stay up late, but I like to have my daylight and, you know, get out there and do things. Still have that chance. The Sunshine Protection Act, that's probably the dumbest name of any act I've ever heard in my life, but here we go. Americans will no longer adjust the hour forward or backward. It's almost as dumb as the Green New Deal or something like that. New Green Deal, Green New Deal. Those words never seem to align to me for some reason. I always thought it should be New Green Deal, not Green New Deal. Maybe it's just the way my brain works. Speaking of AOC, I tried to look up some funny news on AOC for tonight's show, but nothing funny happened. I didn't go to her Twitter page. I'm too scared to go to her Twitter. I don't even want to be on that list. But no funny news on AOC tonight, unfortunately. So let's see here. If the measure becomes law, the clocks would not fall back by 1 hour in November and remain at standard time permanently without having to. Yes, I'm all for this. I'm 100% for this. The U.S. first adopted daylight savings time in 1918 during World War I and rescinded the following year, then brought back during World War II, but wasn't regulated by the federal government until 1966 when Congress passed the Uniform Time Act. That's a pretty dumb name too. For these, all these acts have dumb names. In 1974, President Richard Nixon again pulled the plug, but the move proved so unpopular with Americans, including parents who feared sending their kids to school in the dark, that President Gerald Ford later hit the reset button. Okay. And then Ben Franklin, here we go, good old Benny Franklin, is widely credited with coming up with the idea of daylight savings time in a satirical piece in the Journal de Paris in 1784. The same way he allegedly flew a kite in a storm with a key on it and invented electricity. Yeah, I think Ben Franklin was a liar, much like Thomas Edison. I think these guys were scoundrels, and they were scammers and schemers, and they would take other people's ideas, and because they were in with the Freemasons, the Illuminates, and everything, they're able to take those ideas and make them their own, and or delete them like Tesla. Poor Tesla. Pour one out for Tesla. That guy could have changed the world if given the chance. Good old Nicola. Not all of the USA observes daylight savings time. Here we go. Just hey, look here in the chat. You know, we got Wookie and Steve, and it says right here in this article, you guys are completely correct. Hawaii, most of Arizona, Puerto Rico, and U.S. territories, including Guam and the U.S. Virgin Islands, are not affected by the twice-a-year clock change, the U.S. Energy Department says. So I did 2 examples in my chat right here. It's amazing. That's awesome. Freaking bosses. It says if the Senate proposal called the Sunshine, the SPA, the Sunshine Protection Act, is ultimately enacted, it will, who wrote this? Will with 1 L? Anyways, what is this? Will Wheaton? Take effect in the fall of 2023 and would mark the 3rd time in U.S. history that DST has been shelved. I'm all for getting rid of that crap, man. It ruins my life for 6 months. I can't stand it. It can just go away. And I can't believe I'm agreeing with this administration on a move that they're making. But I got to give it to him on this one. Maybe it's for Brandon's sake because he's getting so old. You know, maybe he's like, you know, he needs that extra hour in the year 2, or else he's not going to make it the next 2 to 6 years if that's the case, which I really doubt. You know. See here in the chat. Barb says the seasons naturally save their own daylight. Daylight savings is lame. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why we? Well, there was no point to. My clocks, they're all over the place. You know, I got my clock over there. I hate setting that clock. I hate setting that clock. It's such a pain in the ass to set that damn clock. Now I got to set it, and it didn't even pick up that it wasn't. It thought it was leap year, so it missed a day. Now it's a day behind and an hour behind. So I'm still living my life in the past right now with that clock, and I think the whole rest of the world is a lie, because that clock to me was my life back whenever I was living under the darkness. So I do need to change that clock, but it's hard for me to overcome the darkness because it's a difficult clock to set. The buttons don't make sense. I got to get out the manual every damn time. I hate doing it. Love the clock. It's a Zelda clock. It looks like a Triforce, and there's like 3 buttons on the back. They say A, B, and C, and you're supposed to set the damn clock, date, and time, and alarm. With all that, you got to be kidding me. Give me more than that. Give me something more than that. Now I lost the manual, so now I just got to guess. I love life. I hate daylight savings time. Let's get rid of that crap. Let's just make it the way it is. Chrissy says they said only took 1 hour. I swear it was at least 2 days. How is tomorrow already Wednesday? I don't know, but I mean it is. I'm live on Hoffcast right now, so it's got to be Tuesday, right? Because that's when I do my shows. Am I off? I know I did a show on Saturday that was off, but I think I'm on. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, 9:20. Yeah, I should be live right now. Great, everything's good. Going to plan. Matt Brooks said the Norman. Yeah, I'm trying to be open-minded here, Matt. I'm trying to be open-minded. And AOC, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have any news about her boyfriend's feet this week. I was hoping I could find something, but apparently the only thing I saw in an article with her is like she was giving credit to her boyfriend for being like a behind-the-scenes, like, you know, got her back kind of guy. You know, of course he does. You know. He's definitely not the man in that relationship. He don't wear the pants. I said she. Chrissy says it's the New Deal revisited. I think she's talking about the Green New Deal. New Green Deal, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, I mean it's all dumb stuff. It's all they're all telling you that we're gonna die in like 12 years from climate change and pollution and all this stuff, and that's not the case. That's not the case. They're just trying to get you to vote for them and scare you, get you to vote for them, and take your money. You know, look at Bernie Sanders. Some people still support Bernie Sanders. That guy stole everybody's money and dipped out twice. And you got to give the guy credit. He's like, I did it once, I can do it again. He'll probably do it again in 2024, and people will still support the guy. Granted, he's not in the end there because allegedly, because he's of a certain religion, I guess, that they don't allow him in the he's just like a side guy. But people would have voted for him, like if the elections were allegedly legitimate. You would think that Bernie would probably get more votes than Brandon, in my opinion. Just my opinion, but that's just not the way things work in the Illuminate, Excuse me. Allergies are acting up. It's getting warmer out. My allergies are acting up. So excuse Hoff here. You bosses are awesome tonight. Thank you all so much for being here. If you haven't already hit the like button, make sure you do that for me. It really helps my ego out, for one thing. But really, what really helps us all out is if you subscribe to the channel and you stay in touch. And, like I said, ring that bell like Quasimodo, bro. Get that thing bing bong. Do that with it and stay in touch, or go to Hoffcast.com so you can always see where I'm at. So let's see. I'm going to keep going with the chat because I'm having a lot of fun with the chat tonight. And if you missed it earlier, I'm going to do an after show hangout, as I always do. If anyone wants to come and hang out with me or anyone else in the chat who wants to swing by, it's first come, first serve. Sometimes they've been filling up a lot lately. So let's see. Wookie says the Patriot Act was named diabolically well. Yeah, and that thing's still around to this day. And that makes you think about like the way they're implementing the face diapers and whatnot. And granted, like I went to a concert last week and they didn't even check cards. They didn't even check my ID for drinks. Like nothing. Like they didn't give me a wristband. We went from all the rules like a couple months ago when I go to a concert. You'd need a card or something like that, which mine may or may not have been. Well, we'll just leave it at that. But I got in, and this last time I went to a concert, I went and saw Oliver Tree, great show. They didn't check that. They barely did a metal detector scan. They didn't check my ID for drinks. It was like the Wild West. It was crazy. It went from all the rules to like no rules. It was great. I loved it. Not gonna lie, and it was freaking awesome. But I was just very surprised by that big change in terms of security or whatever you want to call it, or I don't know. I thought that the hands were tightening around our throats, which makes me scared because of what's coming around the corner. I was kind of talking about that last week with the cyber polygon stuff, the cyber attacks, which who knows? Who knows? Klaus Schwab said that'd be worse than the Corvid. Steve doing some Steve Miller Band right there. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I'm gonna fry up an eagle in a pan. Fry up an eagle, ain't no American. See, it's an anti-American song. And if you see my shirt, I'm pro-American, liberty or death. I got the flag on the sleeve. I'm all about that action. Hoff here, pro-American, not a white nationalist, just pro-American, a patriot. Chrissy says, yo, got my Oculus, but taking some time to readjust to it. 20 minutes and I have a headache, motion sickness, or both. Yeah, some people might, we could discuss that in private messages soon. I know a few tips that might help with that. If not, I don't know. Maybe sometimes it's like my buddy Brandon just has seizures. That's why he can't go to concerts with me. And hopefully that's not the case where like this thing does, or maybe it's a good sign. Maybe, maybe it's a good sign that you can't use it. But we'll try to discuss that and troubleshoot it and get that fixed and figure that out, because I found a good not the one they give you, but the strap around it, it makes a big difference, because sometimes that thing will push into your face so hard that, you know, you lose all kinds of, any kind of blood going to your brain. So you can't even play the damn thing because there's no blood going to your eyes or your brain. So you don't even, it makes it very difficult. And you get a headache because it's just, so a good head strap is a good thing. First and foremost, a little VR tip from Hoff here for it. Jess Boswell, what's up, Jess? Hope you're doing well. I haven't watched a minute. Hey, you're always welcome here. Thanks for being here. You're a boss, Jess. I'm glad you're here tonight. Chris says maybe with the Green New Deal we'll get green. They legalized liquor. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Green New Deal, but the green, you know, the green's been pretty. It's not legal everywhere, but like here in Columbus, like if you're caught with like less than 100 grams, it's like a $10 fine. You don't even go to jail or nothing. And the worst part's they just confiscate it. Like they just take your stuff. And you're like, ah, man. Well, guess I better ring up my dude again. Hey, but they got me, but I'm still free. But they got $10 out of my wallet. So it's basically, you know, it's pretty just out there to get the little bit of cash out there. Now it's over 100 G. I think it's a little bit more than that, but I don't think it's jail time. Could be wrong. It might have changed since the last time I saw it, but last time, you know, where I live at least, which was a new thing, you know, they were kind of decriminalizing that stuff. Cozy Phantom Bear, what's up? He says, I was a Bernie bro before 2020. Yeah, I mean, you know, Bernie, like I said, you know, he actually probably would have been a way better candidate than Brandon, but you saw how Hillary snaked him, and then you saw him basically just dip out of the tag team match with Brandon there, you know, last time. It's just like, yeah, I made my cash. I'm dipping out. I'm going to wear my mittens, bro. And everyone's going to make memes about me wearing mittens, and they're still going to love me, even though I just took the cash and dipped out, and you didn't get a damn thing in return at all. All you got was hope for something. Barb says, Bernie is a sneak. Yeah, I mean, I think I just said I try not to be too biased on here. I try not to, but I do completely believe that about old Bernie. I really do. I think the guy just takes the money and run. You know, Steve Miller. No, I want to take the money and run. Why does that keep coming up? Cozy says there's a weed shop every 20 feet now in Maine. Yeah, I mean, some places that's the way it is. Portland, you know, I think Portland, Oregon, they just legalized everything. You can just be out on the street smoking crack with one of those big old drinks from, like, you know, see people in Vegas walking around with. You know, I'm talking about, Matt, if you're still here, you know, the big tubes with the straw in it. You know, just smoking crack with one hand and drinking out of one of those with the other in Portland, Oregon. Everything's A-okay. Yeah, so Francis agrees. Yeah, I've been in New England a lot the last few months. They've gone nuts. Yeah, it's because, you know, it's also, you know, the stuff dumbs you down a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of it. But on the other hand, you know, it does kind of dumb you down a little bit. Enlighten, what's up? Enlighten Mank, what's up? How you doing, bro? All right, I'm an hour in. We got to get back to the show here. I love the chat, and we'll get back to the chat very soon. But let's... well, Matt, that's what it is. There's Fat Tuesday drinks. They're dangerous. Yeah, there's big tube ones. You know, looks like a big bong or something. Big drink bong. Bing bong. So let's get back to some articles or videos or something here. I've lost track, but we'll try to get back on track here. And speaking of, you know, being non-biased, and, you know, I'll prove it here. We got this. I don't know if you guys seen this crazy video. This lady, this is ditzy RINO Republican wants a no-fly zone over Ukraine, admits she doesn't even know what that means. So, by the way, if you don't know what RINO means, that anagram, whatever the hell that's called, acronym, that's what it is. It means Republican in name only. Is what so it's like they want to call themselves Republican to come out like dishing this kind of crap off, and you're like, it outs them. You see who they really are. So let's watch this crazy lady. I guess what's the article say? Maria Elvira. Ooh, Elvira. Oak Ridge Boys. Salaza is another Democrat who ran as a Republican and won. There you go. Listen, as she flat out says she wants a no-fly zone over the Ukraine within seconds, admits she doesn't even know what that means. This is what happens when Republicans allow anyone to run under their banner. They get these Democrat globalists running as Republicans in heavily red areas, and they win. And you get like this kind of lady. I hope she doesn't win anything.
And do you support a no-fly zone in Ukraine?
I support everything that has to do with punishing Vladimir Putin and helping the Ukrainians.
Wouldn't that mean direct conventional warfare with Russia?
I don't know what it will mean, but you know, freedom is not free.
So you don't know what a no-fly zone will mean. If you have to shoot down Russian planes, I mean.
Of course.
So conventional war with Russia.
Listen, thank you.
Hi.
Just the madness, you know, these people, like, that's what the media is. Like, when they're asked real questions, they don't even know how to actually respond to it. They just say, oh yeah, okay, I don't know about that. But when, you know, I was told to say this, when you asked me a question that wasn't in line with it, I honestly don't know what to say, because I was only programmed to say these few opinions about it. And I honestly don't know either, because I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about them saying like, I don't know, because personally I'm brainwashed too, you know. So you get people like that, that crazy woman. I don't know. It's whatever it takes to take down Putin. Whatever it takes, you know. We're in this together. Hashtag Ukraine. And I don't really have a side in this war here. I'm just showing you that both sides are pretty freaking crazy, you know. Because they are. Both sides are freaking crazy in this war. Ukraine and Russia. They're both like, Ukraine is definitely the higher power. They got more power, and Putin is the one who initiated the fight, I believe. But also, Ukraine is like freaking crazy as well, man. Take a look at this. Let's see what we got here. Look at this. Look at this bomb. Alleged bomb, I guess. Imagine looking out of your window and seeing an explosion this large and this close. It says Russia is dropping some extremely large bombs on the city of Lusk. This guy was looking out of his window the same moment one of those huge bombs landed, sending a massive fireball into the skies above. And I talked about Putin's crazy bombs before. They're looking like Godzilla movies or something coming out of the water. And let's take a look at this. It's pretty wild, right? Almost looks CG. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the embers that kind of look CG to me, but maybe it's not. You never be too careful, bosses. You can never be too careful. Question everything. So I didn't want to get into all this yet, but I guess we'll keep going on this sort of thing here for a few minutes. I suppose so. So let me see. I changed. I dead air. This is how you remind me. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep going down this path or if I want to get through the other stuff first right now. Because I guess we'll just keep going with this. We're already there. Let's not switch tracks. So let's just keep going with this. Why not? So let's take a look at this one. This is we're getting China involved now. China amplifies Russian claims about secretive U.S. bioweapons. Can I say that? Research in Ukraine. Can I say this stuff? Can I say it? Is this this is from Zero Hedge. Can I say this stuff? I'm hoping I can. Yeah. I'm almost out of my strike. I only got like less than a month left on my strike. Hopefully I can be a good boy here on YouTube long enough to get out of that one. Then I can go back to being a bad boy till I get another one. Anyways, China has amplified Russian claims dismissed as disinformation. Oh, no. In the West, that the United States has a network of biological labs in Uke that are being used to research how to spread pathogens through animals. Okay, wow. Allegedly. And this is like someone, I can't remember who, one of these people, they made the argument that like, oh, there's like 18 biolabs in every state. I mean, that's not a real number. That was like just a thing. But same time, why are there so many biolabs? What are we doing with these things? That's the bigger question. Doesn't matter how many there are. Why are there these labs? What are they doing? You know, what are they making more jabs for you? What they're doing more tests on animals? Putting more of their Suave shampoo on some dogs? Testing that crap? I don't know if Suave's guilty of that. I apologize to Suave if you're not, but you know. Herbal essences, you know, I don't know. Do not, you know, not test it on animals. Hopefully. So, why are there so many biolabs? I don't know. They're always kind of affiliated with bioweapons, according to this article here. The U.S. State Department insists that secretive biolabs are purely focused on securing Cold War-era Soviet bioweapons. Although this hasn't stopped accusations flying about more nefarious purposes. What could be more nefarious? Such concerns were bolstered after Under Secretary of State Victoria Nuland. Oh, we talked about her there, I believe, there a little bit, a couple episodes back. I think we talked about her. Expressed fears that the labs would fall into the hands of Vladimir Putin. We are now, in fact, quite concerned that the Russian troops forces may be seeking to gain control of the labs. So we are working with you on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of the Russian forces they approach. But the thing is, like, what are they doing in your hands? No one asked that question. Oh, they're under good hands under you? You know, like Allstate, you're in good hands with those bio labs and bioweapons yourself? Like, we should trust you over them? Now, granted, I don't trust him either. Same time, why do you have them? Now, granted, you said, oh, well, it took him over and they're securing him. Well, then why don't you destroy him? Get rid of him. I don't know. Do something. Why are you hanging on to him? Just a back pocket move for later on? That's what I'm scared of, personally. Such claims are being circulated in the run-up to a crucial meeting between Yang Jiechi, China's top foreign policy official, and Jake Sullivan. Jake Sullivan. Isn't that the guy's name from freaking Jake Sully? That was thinking Avatar. U.S. National Security Advisor, after it was reported Russia had asked China for military equipment. Xinhua. I think I did well on that word. The official state news agency on Sunday published a satellite investigation posting satellite images of supposed U.S. labs identified by Russia. Xinhua repeated Russian claims that the U.S. was seeking to learn how to spread pathogens through animals. Yeah. The Global Times, a nationalist tabloid, ran a story based on an article published in Russian daily newspaper Izvestia. I'm on a roll tonight. In which an unnamed former Ukraine official claimed that Uke had a network of military research facilities under the supervision of its security services and modernized by the United States. Zhang Jun, China's permanent envoy to the UN, also sought to discredit U.S. assertion that claims about the biolabs were without merit, insisting that concerns raised by Russia should be properly addressed. The U.S. always said, quote, the U.S. always says they advocate transparency. If they believe the relevant information is fake, they can just provide us with relevant data for clarification so that the international community can draw a conclusion by itself. Whoa, calling out, shots fired. Not literally at this point, but hopefully not, but shots fired right there. So what's up? What's up, Fifth 90? What's up, buddy? I got your message in Twitter. I found that very that diagram. I found it very interesting, man. I'll get back to you on that soon. Glad you're here, bud. What a good guy. And Fifth said, here's a recent clip from. I think I'm gonna share that clip. I think I have that clip up already. So hold your horses, bud. I'm pretty sure. We might as well just show it now, I guess, right? I think I already have the one up. If it's not the same one, let me know in the chat. But I'm pretty sure it's the same one. This is how you remind me. All right, here we go. So this one is on VidMax again. Drunk, high, or mentally unstable, you be the judge. Pelosi's latest press conference is pure. What the? This is in this article here. Firstly, we can all agree that Pelosi has clearly lost her ability to put together a coherent, not spelled right, sentence without stuttering or gibbering complete nonsense. At times, she even makes clueless Kamala sound smart, which is a hard thing to accomplish. Listen to this latest word salad she muttered. And in quotes is what you're about to watch. She says, what may come as news to someone is that when you subtract money, money is subtracted. All right, so let's watch this clip of this crazy old crypt keeper lady here. The drunk ass bitch. She wasted on I don't know how many freaking mimosas or Bloody Marys or whatever. She looks like a Bloody Mary type gal, you know, getting wasted in the morning.
Is it a secret that the Republicans have wanted to have? Did you not know that Romney had sent around a letter with all the senators signing it that said we have to take the money out of state and local government? This is not it. What may come as news to someone is that when you subtract money, money is subtracted. So I don't even go there because we are in a negotiation. Great things were accomplished. Rosa DeLauro was masterful. Senator Leahy as well. Even working with the
Mr. Leahy
leadership, we came up with a bill. It's $1.5 trillion that will be spent this year. And there has never been a bill. Let me just be very clear. There has never been a bill that when it comes forward, and usually, well, it wasn't the dark of night. It was sometime last night.
And you can hear a drink rattling.
I didn't.
Hold on, let's go back a second. I'm gonna watch all this. You can hear a drink rattling there.
Let me just be very clear. There has never been a bill.
You bumped her
that
drink.
When it comes forward, and usually, well, it wasn't the dark of night. It was sometime last night. When it comes forward, that somebody, I didn't get what I wanted.
You know, that's where she keeps her spare dentures in a
about
glass.
The flood. I didn't get what I wanted in the bill. So I said to my members, yeah, that's a negotiation, and that's the way it is. And look at what is in the bill.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it. It gets crazier.
What it does for America's working families, what it does for Ukraine, what it does, that so much needs to be done as opposed to what you don't like about the bill. So we will pass a bill that gets it all done.
It's like, almost grab a wig.
Continue to work on that. But as long as we need 60 votes in the Senate, members are going to have to know there have to be compromises. Jake?
Did you agree with their qualms? I mean, they people, your lawmakers.
You know what? I answered that question. You got some substance or something.
You know what?
Well, it isn't substantive. It's process. And what we're talking about is policy.
Well, now she's out of breath.
Here. We're talking about policy here. And maybe if you're just waiting around hearing what's happening, you don't understand that every line in the bill is a negotiation. That we're talking about the defense of our country. And some people don't like that we're spending so much, and how is it spent? We're talking about measuring the strength of our country by health, education, the well-being of our children and our families.
She makes Biden sound articulate,
of our
Barb's.
planet and the rest in terms of.
Oh, I bet she's fun to party with. Have a couple of drinks with old Nancy. See what she says. What kind of crazy shit she says behind the scenes. I'd do it. She says put her in a home. We got back to the chat here for a second. Enlightened Manx says Voting is a trick. If you vote for someone to be a leader, it means you're voting for them to rule your existence and give you them rights to rule over you because you voted for their leadership. I like that. I like that way of looking at things, man. I like that that viewpoint. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna vote anymore. I really don't. Same time, I don't know. That's something I'm struggling with myself, man. Just to be honest with you. Enlightened also says left and right is the same demonic ruler, reptilian Republican, and demonic Democratic leader. Deception of enslavement, allegedly. I'm just reading a comment here, YouTube. But I would say that you're probably not too far off on that comment right there. Probably not too far off. So I promise I will. I'll stop singing Nickelback. With arms wide open. That wasn't Nickelback. I'm just having fun tonight. I hope you guys are having fun tonight too, you bosses. I hope you're just chilling, having a good time, chilling out, watching some Hoffcast, maybe learn a thing or two, maybe making some friends in the comments. And I love you, bosses. We have a good time on Tuesdays. Cheers to you. So what else we got going on here? I mean, let's stay on this, I guess. First of all, I want to watch this, or I want to look at this one and this article right here. This is gonna be a fun one for sure. I feel like I'm lagging a lot. I hate that. Sorry, bosses, if I am. Don't know if I am or not. It's just on my end. It looks like I'm lagging a little bit. And if I'm too hot, if the mic's too hot, or if it's too quiet, let me know. If it's just right, let me know, please. Because after I did 2.5 hours with Pete the other night, and I just only to find out that it sounded like my end sounded like crap the whole time. I was so disappointed because he gave such a good show, and I feel like it's hard to listen to sometimes. Maybe I'm just nitpicking myself. But I felt like it was just hard to listen to sometimes with my voice just being so dang loud. So just, if I'm ever too loud or too quiet, just let me know in the chat. Just be like, hey, Hoff, turn it up, turn it down. If you guys start messing with me, everyone's saying turn up, turn it down, then I'm just going to turn it up. And that's just the way it's going to be. I always go with turn it up. All right, so let's take a look at this article here. IndieWire, I don't know if they're a trusted news source or not. Heard the name. Well, I never watched their or look at their articles, so I'm guessing they're not trusted. Also, David Lynch, who knows? Okay, so this one says, so if you don't know who David Lynch is, he's directed a lot of movies, in Twin Peaks, which I'm a fan of. I love the show Twin Peaks. I haven't seen a ton of his movies. I've seen Eraserhead back in college, but I was like sober when I saw it, so I don't think that I got the full extent of that movie, and I haven't seen it since because when I saw it sober, it kind of turned me off of it. But I love Twin Peaks, and seen a couple of his movies. But anyways, so David Lynch slams Vladimir Putin. Oh, zoomed in too much here. Whoa! For Uke attack, he says, "What you sow, you shall reap." That's how he talks, by the way. If you don't know who David Lynch is, that's how he talks. So I'm going to talk like David Lynch. He goes, right now, Mr. Putin, you are sowing death and destruction, and it's all on you. That's how the guy talks. You gotta love David Lynch, though. You do. He's such a weird guy. He has such a big vision on things. He's very creative. You can have like a lot of different interpretations of what the art he puts out is, and he puts a lot of time into it. I do think Twin Peaks, you can take that like so many different ways. For me, like I used to think it was more about like media and radio airwaves. And now I'm thinking it's more like a Freemason sort of with the Black Lodges and the owls. There's a lot of Illuminati symbolism in the show. But anyways, let's get back to this article. It says David Lynch has officially weighed in on the Russian invasion of Uke following Russia's, I don't know, should I say Ukraine or should I say Russia, or should I just say them both? Just countries. I can just say their names, right? I'm trying to, am I censoring myself too much? Am I my own worst enemy? Ha. Get it together, bro. You're live. All right, let's do this. Following Russia's February 23rd attack, Lynch used his daily weather report series on YouTube to share. I don't know what the weather report is, if he's really doing reports on the weather, if it's just like a nickname for his show, but I'm guessing it's just a nickname. Series on YouTube. I'm guessing he's just not just like, hey, today it's going to be 68 and sunny outside. Today it's going to be 69 degrees and sunny outside. And what you are witnessing right now is a 3/4 view moment between two adults sharing a tender moment. Yes, here we go. If I could say something, let's just watch him. Let's just watch the video. I'm gonna stop doing the damn freaking impression. I'll spare you all. I'll spare you. Let's just watch the video. And this is a good time for an intermission for Hoff. I'll be back in just a moment. So enjoy this video of David Lynch calling out Putin. And I got a lot of fun stuff coming up, bosses. So stay tuned and enjoy this video, and I'll be right back.
Good morning. It's February 25, 2022. And if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again. Here in LA. A clear morning, a slight breeze blowing, 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 Celsius. Today, I was thinking about the Ukrainians and the song Roads by Portishead from the year 1994. This afternoon, it'll be going up to well, I don't know what the temperature will be this afternoon. I forgot. I think it's going to be going up to, my stomach is ground crazy. I don't know. If I could say something to Mr. President Putin, we are, as human beings, charged as to how we treat our fellow man. And there is a law of nature, a hard and fast law. There's no loopholes. There's no escaping it. And this law is...
All right, I'm back. And yeah, we have to we do have to go. We have to go back for a second. We have to go back. Because Courtney, yes, he David Lynch is a madman. Yeah, Cozy Phantom Bear says, wow, this guy's whacked out of his mind. Yeah, he's done a lot of drugs. Yeah, he loves Frisch's Big Boys as well. It's like his favorite place to eat. He writes his scripts down on the napkins at Frisch's Big Boy. Anyways, let's get back to this. Let's start back from from this part here.
As to how we treat our fellow man. And there is a law of nature, a hard and fast law. There's no loopholes. There's no escaping it.
I respect the shades.
And this
Mr.
law
Lynch.
is what you sow, you shall reap.
Now, do you see that? Do you see that right there? We're going to tie things around, bosses. He got the phrase wrong. It's what you reap, you shall sow. And you might be thinking, well, Hoff, didn't you get the title of your stream wrong tonight? Isn't it as above, so below? No, it is. It is. Don't get me wrong on that. I did it intentionally because it's an inversion, just as the phrase itself is an inversion. And I know I don't think David Lynch intended to invert that, but he did. And I kind of like it.
And right now, Mr. Putin, you are sowing
Yeah, he fixed himself there.
Death and destruction. And it's all on you. The Ukrainians didn't attack your country. You went in and attacked their country. And all this death and destruction is going to come back and visit you. And in this big picture,
I'm gonna
this
do
show that we're involved in.
This is me in like 25, 30 years. This is me. Look, the sunglasses, the hair, like just ranting into a camera. This is literally me in like 25, 30 years.
There's an infinite amount of time. So there's
hey,
plenty
bosses,
of time.
how are you doing tonight?
Life after life after life for you to reap what you are sowing. My advice to you is save yourself. Save the Ukrainians. Save this world. Start getting along with your neighbors. Start building friendships. We are a world family. There's no room for this kind of absurdity anymore. Get with it. Stop this attack. Let's work together so that all the countries of this world can come up in peace, get along with one another, and solve the problems that we've got together.
Cheers to David Lynch.
Let's get real. Everyone, have a great day.
Oh, I love David Lynch. Have a great day. Oh my gosh. If you watch Twin Peaks, he's deaf in that show. So everything that he says, he's yelling it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I just like doing the voice. I'm sorry, bosses. I'm sorry. Get to the chat for a minute. Courtney says, I can't believe you just sang that song. I was here listening, chilling out, cleaning my room, and then that, with arms wide open. Is that what you're talking about? She said, not cool, Hoff. You know, that song was cool to a select group of people in my high school, all right? So don't tell them that. Courtney also says, you did a really great job with that show, having Pete on. Thank you. Like I said, the only problem I had with it was I felt like, one, I was very nervous. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't even believe he was on this show. The guy's got like tons of subscribers. He's done 600 videos. And the guy like agreed to come on my show and give me a couple hours of his time, and he was so nice about it. And then when I watched it back, I didn't do a sound check. Well, I did, and the problem was right before we went on, a little behind the scenes info for you bosses here. Right before you went on, one of my cords cut out, so I had to replug the cord up. That's why we're a couple minutes late. And when we came back on, I think it took away the sound settings that I already previously set, and left me with just this really loud. I hate it. I hate it so much. I wish it was a better sound because it was such a good show. But maybe, like I said, I'm my own worst critic on this because I haven't heard anyone else really say much about it. But I feel like it's very annoying. And now it's all you guys are going to hear when you listen to it. So sorry. Let's see. Francis says Putin killed Laura Palmer. I believe it. I believe it. Shane said, just saw a post that it took our government weeks in months to give us, the American people, our tax-paying money in the stimulus checks, but it only took 8 hours or less to send $13.5 billion to the Ukraine. Sad. Wow. And you know what's funny? Like, I didn't know this. Like, I got an email a little, or not an email, a text message. Weird. Like, the last text message I got, it was at 7:48 p.m. tonight. It was just a text message from a number I'd never seen. It just says, the president just passed the U.S. home stimulus. I don't know what it is. I'm going to click on the link right now. I'm going to see. But President Brandon reveals the biggest mortgage stimulus in American history. Oh, he's trying to cut mortgage prices. Okay, that helps me. Not at all, because I rent. All right. Let me see here. Enlightened says supposedly Putin quoted, "The nation that leads in AI will be the ruler of the world." We're going to get back to Putin here in just a minute. Okay. Barb says, oh, this is a David Lynch quote, so I'm going to read it in his voice. "How dare you attack the capital of human sex trafficking and pedos?" Can I say that? Damn, I need to read these things before I say them out loud. She says, so in Hoff, the quote is, "As you sow, you shall reap." I mean, I feel like a lot of people have different, it's all kinds of different, you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me. I can't get fooled again. Red Monarch, what's up? How are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. Hope you're doing well. Real Cosmology, what's up, brother? I'm here to start over. All right. So we got to start the whole show over for Real Cosmology. We're going to go all the way back to advertising Hoffcast.com, showing the cat videos and making fun of Pelosi. So let's do this. We're going to start the whole show over right now, just for Real Cosmology. Here we go. Sound check. 1, 2. All right. I think it sounds good. Hey, Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. All you bosses, welcome tonight. Go to Hoffcast.com. If you haven't already, please like the show tonight. Subscribe to the channel. You know, if it looks like a bloody wound, put a gray band-aid over it and use your clicker to do that. And if you haven't, you know, you want to share, share with your friends. You know, share it with your family, or even share it online on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere, because Hoff appreciates that. And if you are a true boss, then please ring the bell like Quasimodo, bro. So here we go, Hoffcast. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this show. Anyways, for you, it's a new show, Real. For everyone else, we're going to just keep continuing with the show we've been doing. I'm glad you're here, man. Mitz, what's up, Mitz? I'm so glad you're here as well. I love Mitz so much. What a sweetheart. What a sweet person. Real Monarch, doing well, brother. Good to hear that. Right on. Barb says, reap what you sow is the same thing. A farmer sows seed and reaps the harvest, you know. Well, I mean, I get the analogy, but you know, I'm just making a joke. Like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? You know, and then I guess the chicken was really disappointed. Okay, so let's get back into let's get back to some articles. Yeah. Got some more fun stuff for you bosses tonight. It's gonna be a good time. So let's do. I do have like so much more show here. I do. I wasn't sure, but I do. Oh yeah, we got a lot of show here. So bosses, yeah, just stay tuned. We're gonna get this kicked off. First and foremost, after this slight intermission here, I just wanted to bring up the fact that, you know, we're not gonna spend long on this. Just tip of the hat, you know, or whatever. Cheers to WWF legend. I will not call it that name. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. He passed away. He had some issues recently, and man, I loved Razor Ramon when I was a kid. Him, I love Roddy Piper. You know, I like Jake the Snake Roberts. And I like the dirty guys. You know, I like Bret the Hitman Hart. I like Shawn Michaels. I wasn't like even huge into Hulk Hogan so much. I like these other, like I like the dirty guys. I love some Ric Flair. Woo! You know, I love some Ric Flair. I like the villains, you know. I don't know why. I just found them more interesting than the heroes. And then when Hulk Hogan went Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and then I liked him a little bit more. He looked a little bit more like a badass. He was wearing the black. He put the dye in his goatee. But rest in peace, Scott Hall. Rest in peace. Many entertaining times growing up as a kid watching wrestling with my brother. So let's read some articles here, I guess. This one's Babylon B. It's a funny article. Let's do this one. I'm having a good time right now. I'm sorry, bosses. Maybe I'm just enjoying myself too much right now. I'm sorry. If you're having a good time, I hope so, but I'm just enjoying myself. This one, oh yeah, I don't think I can show this. Is a video. I don't think I should show this video, but it's a funny title. Feminist changes mind as World War III kicks off. You know, I'm not going to share the video though. I don't know. You know, Babylon B. I don't know if it's right tonight. So let's see what else we got on the docket. We got a lot on here. All right, let's read this. Let's do the last one I got from the Babylon B. Let's get these out of the way. And then we'll get on some other stuff here. This one's why we need to laugh in times of despair. And I don't know, Shane, if you're still here, but I was talking about this with my buddy Shane at work recently. And, you know, I you know, Hoffcast, you know, I try to make it like not just reading the news in a monotone voice. Like, yeah, you can just go online and read these articles for yourself and, you know, think about these things yourself and decipher it for yourself. And that's kind of what I do on here, but I do it in my voice out loud, which is pretty crazy. Half the time, you know, most of the time I read these articles just on the fly. And I try to add a little bit of humor to it. I know I'm not always spot on with jokes. I make a lot of dad jokes on occasion, even though I'm not a dad. I have a dog. I just, you know, I think this crazy times that we're going through is a lot easier to handle when we can, a lot easier for people to make friends over when we can all kind of laugh about things rather than get so serious on them. Because a lot of the channels, there's some channels out there, they can go pretty deep with things, but they got none of that humor, none of that charisma behind it. Not Pete from Creepy Little Book, he definitely has the humor and charisma behind him for sure. I don't know how he's gone 600 videos without a strike on his channel, but that's crazy to me. I've had like 5, you know, I've had to get over like 5 strikes on Hoffcast here, but not even near 600 videos. But I think it's just easier to swallow these pills whenever, you know, you can have a little humor behind it. So even if I don't make the funniest jokes, hopefully y'all can at least laugh at me trying to make a bad joke, you know. And cheers to you bosses for being here, being patient, and kind of just being part of this big community that we got going here. And I love you all so much. We got something cool going here. I'm not just talking about Hoffcast. Hoffcast is not the hub. It's just part of it. So cheers. And cheers to you, Barb. Sorry to get off on a heartfelt tangent there. Anyways, back to this article. Why we need to laugh in times of despair. When dark times descend on... Oh, this is a premium article, so I can't even read it. How nice. This is the article that could have changed our lives, bosses. I'm not even gonna read I already said my point of view on the title. If I gotta pay for that shit, well then you're just gonna take Hoff's point of view on it. That's the way it is. Let me see here. Mitt says Pete stays away from the political theater. He's got the paranormal going for him. Yeah, I know. We kind of discussed that backstage before we went on. He said he does have strong opinions about things, but he doesn't, and it works for him for sure. If only I were that smart, but I open my big mouth too much. That's for sure. So I got like 5 strikes. Not right now. I've gotten over them. I only have 1 strike right now, but I've had like 5 strikes over my career. You're like, Hoff, how you got 5 strikes, 3 and you're out? No, I've had 5 over the career last few years. Enlightened Mank says, YouTuber Dabu777. I'm familiar. Uploaded a video called Elon Musk Challenges. Oh, we're going to talk about that. That's an article I got up tonight. Don't worry. Don't worry. But he says the winner takes Ukraine. Supposedly Elon Musk tweeted this challenge. World War III AI Terminator shit. Speaking of Terminator, let's not forget I'm drinking out of, as always, my favorite cup that I drink on every Hoffcast, the Terminator Salvation Cup. And Terminator Salvation, greatest movie ever made, hands down. There's no movie better than that film. I could watch it 1,000,000 times and still be disappointed. But Buddy gave me that cup for free one time because he got it at 7-Eleven, so I love it. It's not a bad movie. I don't hate Terminator Salvation, but anyways, it's the greatest movie of all time. But yeah, we should probably actually talk about what you just brought up there. Yeah, let's bring up the article. Let's do it. Thank you for the segue, Enlightened Mank. Thank you for the segue. I needed that. It's getting a little lost. I gotta find it in my huge list. Huge. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I got it right here, bosses. I still got up so many tabs. I feel like I'm still like lagging. All right, so here we go. Is this even? Yeah, this website sucks. This is Bloomberg. Yeah, it sucks. Elon Musk challenges Vladimir Putin to single combat for Ukraine. Do you agree to this fight? He asked in Russian. Like what? I mean, like he's wanting to fight him hand to hand, like MMA style or something like that. Like, is that what's going on? Barb says Putin would totally kick Elon's ass. Okay. We'll keep that up in the air for now. Right now, we'll say that if it's just hand-to-hand combat, Elon Musk is a slightly younger man. All right. But I will show some evidence soon that Putin might be the greatest athlete of all time. This article says billionaire Elon Musk has challenged Russian President Vladimir Putin to single combat, with the stakes being Ukraine. What world are we living in? What world where Elon, like some guy is tweeting out at this war saying, let's fight hand to hand. What is going on? This has got to be a big joke, right? Like, you can't, there's no way the whole thing's not a big joke of sorts. And this, like, in a few weeks, we'll just wake up and they'll just be like, it was just a big joke. We're all in cahoots and we were just trying to, make some money off y'all. Scare y'all and stuff. Real Cosmology says, isn't Putin a judo champ or something? Probably. We'll see one of his greatest achievements here very soon. We'll watch him. We'll take a look at that very soon. Let me get through this article and we'll see how what a great man he is. Athlete. With Mr. Putin's name written in Russian, Ukraine written in Ukraine, the Tesla chief executive tweeted, "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat." Was this like a freaking? It sounds like a damn like Sylvester Stallone movie or something, or Steven Seagal. He's gonna go after the big guy. up top, you know. I lost my article. Where'd it go? Oh, bosses. Oh, we're in trouble now. I lost my article. Got too many dang tabs open. Here we go. I got it back. Quick recovery. Mr. Musk. Tag the Kremlin in a follow-up tweet. Do you agree to this fight? Oh, the balls on this guy, huh? He's got like 9 kids. He's got to have some balls on him, right? Mr. Musk's challenge to Mr. Putin is one of several posts he has shared on the war in Ukraine. A video shared on March 5th showed him speaking directly with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, the auto parts king. And the same day he tweeted, "Hold strong, Ukraine." I don't trust Elon Musk. I really don't, man. I don't trust any of these people. I don't. I just don't. I don't know why. It's just a hunch. I go with my gut. Instincts are a real thing when it comes to humanity. You know, you got to go with your gut instincts sometimes. He added, and also my sympathies to the great people of Russia who do not want this. That's a nice thing to say, because a lot of people just want to villainize everyone who lives in Russia. That's not the case. There's a lot of citizens there that, you know, they don't want this crap either. Obviously, no one does. No one wants this. Why would anyone want this? Following Russia's invasion on February 24th, Mr. Musk gave Ukraine access to SpaceX's satellite internet system Starlink, a system of some 2,000 satellites designed to bring web access to underserved. Man, I need some damn water or something. I'm getting dry. Underserved areas of the world. Mr. Zelensky thanked Mr. Musk for that support, tweeting, "I'm grateful to him for supporting Ukraine with words and deeds." So, yeah, you see who's in cahoots here, huh? You kind of see it unfolding a little bit. Yeah, sides are being made. People are picking sides now. Craziness going on. You're starting to see alliances being made. And you're like, oh, Elon Musk, he's not even a nation. And he's just a company. And he's aligning with someone. Oh, shit. Oh, he can't. He's got a lot of money. Enlightened says it would be AI war combat, aka AI cyber drone swarms, like a bunch of robotic wasps that have red lasers. I just want to see Putin and Elon Musk in an octagon, like in shorts and maybe some of them gloves, and just that's what I want to see. I don't want no drones. I want like Leonardo DiCaprio in the front row, like, you know, with his phone out taking pictures in a white suit. I want people drinking beers with signs, and I want them in an octagon with a cage around it. And that's how I want it settled for Ukraine. If there's anything that needs to settle, once again, if Elon wins, who is he under? Like, who takes jurisdiction of Ukraine? Ukraine does again, or what? But still, I want to see the fight and the gambling on that fight. Oh, there'd be a lot of gambling on that thing for sure. And if you think, Elon Musk, he has the upper edge because he's younger and he's got all the hair plugs and whatnot. He's got 9 kids. Well, then let me show you this. All right, I'm going to show you the greatest hockey player of all time, and I'm not talking about Wayne Gretzky. I'm talking about Vladimir Putin. The man scored at least 8 goals in a game. And the goalies were definitely not scared to block a shot on this guy. They did their best. Oh, look at that goalie, dude. He totally, he tried for that one. Because, you know, if you stop a block on Putin, you stop a shot on Putin, you might not make it home that night. See your family. I mean, the man's a machine. Like, he taught Wayne Gretzky everything that he knows. I'm trying to now a little bit. These announcers are annoying because I can't understand what the hell they're saying. He's better than Wayne Gretzky. He's better than Sidney Crosby. He's better than Connor McDavid. He's better than Bobby Orr. The greatest hockey player of all time, Vladimir Putin. They won, of course. He's the MVP. So I'm just saying, you put Vladimir Putin, the greatest hockey player of all time, up against Elon Musk, one of the biggest nerds of all time. My money's on Putin. I'm just saying, you know, the guy scored 8 goals in a game. I heard it was 10, but you know, 8 for sure. So you put your money on who you want. Elon Musk doesn't have a nation. He's got rich somehow. Got to step on a lot of heads to get that rich. You know what I'm saying, bosses? So in this article, speaking of, we don't want to say that Putin may have been using what are they called? Performance enhancement drugs. But this article says, does Putin have roid rage? Is that how you score 8 goals in a game, 10 goals in a game of hockey? Granted, the goalies they were definitely on point that night, but because they didn't want to get killed or shot in the back after the game, allegedly. But it says, does Putin have roid rage? Sources believe health could explain despot's behavior. Report. And this man definitely looks like he's on steroids. That's for sure. There's no doubt. The guy looks like he's on steroids. A newly released report speculates that Vladimir Putin could be suffering from roid rage, which would explain his erratic behavior. Okay, so that's the whole reason the war's going on, is because Vladimir Putin allegedly has roid rage. This is some dumb shit here. That's for sure. I'm not even trying to defend the guy. I think he's a freaking crazy, maniacal dictator, sort of New World Order leader. I think they're all in cahoots. Same time, I think it's funny what people write about him. That's Russian President Vladimir Putin's increasingly erratic behavior could be caused by roid rage or brain disorders such as dementia. Oh, you want to talk about dementia? I mean, once again, not sticking up for this guy, but let's talk about Brandon a little bit. You know, no one wants to talk about that. Anyways, people close to the Kremlin and high up Western intelligence sources told the Mail on Sunday they think there's a medical condition to explain the Russian despot's reckless invasion of Ukraine and his other bizarre behavior. He's crazy. That's why he's making a war. I mean, well, of course. But no, he's crazy because he has a mental illness, not because he's crazy. Oh, okay. That makes sense now. What? You gotta be freaking kidding me on this shit. There's been an identifiable change in his decision making over the past 5 years or so. Oh my gosh, this picture. Oh my gosh, this picture. Is that a green screen behind him? Those around him see a marked change in the cogency and clarity of what he says and how he perceives the world around him. Yeah, Putin is simply not being briefed now on the Russian army's failures. Oh my gosh, look at this. I would put my money on him over. I would put my money on him over Musk. Look at that table. Holy shit. Look at the size of that table. How can you even hear the guy on the other side of that when you're trying to have a meeting? Social distancing for sure. Putin's like, don't get close to me, man. I don't trust you. You might have a knife or some poison or something on you. You can't trust anybody right now. That's for sure. That's why you have a table that long, is because you can't trust nobody. Especially if you're Putin. You're like, yeah, they're out to get me. They're going to get me. That's for sure. According to a report, Putin is known as a hypochondriac, has gone to extremes to protect his health, including sitting at one end of an extremely long table. I couldn't even fit that table into my apartment. I literally couldn't. There's not, even if I angled it through a hall, like the little bit of the hallway that I have, that table's longer than my freaking apartment. That's for sure. The sources speculate that Putin, 69, nice, could have dementia, Parkinson's disease, or roid rage. Well, that's a wide range. That's a very broad brushstroke of different illnesses. If you can't pinpoint what it is, I don't think you know what it is. But it's just my opinion. Sounds like fake news, fake doctors to me. Maybe the man's just crazy. Maybe the man, maybe he's got a lot of money. He's bored. He's like, I'm bored. I'm gonna invade a country. I don't have too much longer left on this planet. Might as well just wreak some havoc and cause some mayhem. Putin is known as a hypochondriac, blah, blah, blah. All right, so, yeah. And the reason, that you got to keep away from the germs if you want to be the greatest hockey player of all time. And that's also, if you're the greatest hockey player of all time, that's how you can afford a table that big and also a home or an office to put it in. We'll stay on this. I'll get to the chat in just a minute. I got to stay on this subject. I got one more article on this. This one, because I think your bosses will like this. It says, Chechen leader advises effeminate Elon Musk not to fight with Vladimir Putin. Yeah, take your flamethrower home, boy. The head of the Chechen Republic, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, has called Elon Musk effeminate, and it said the Tesla Titan would be out of his league in hand-to-hand combat against Vladimir Putin. On Monday, Musk pitched a bizarre offer to fight the Russian president to settle the war in Ukraine. Elon Musk, a word of advice, he says this, is quote, Elon Musk, a word of advice, don't measure your strength against that of Putin's. You are in two completely different leagues. Maybe it's Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov. I'm terrible with names. Wrote in a lengthy and sarcastic Telegram post. He's on Telegram. Real cosmology. After dubbing Musk effeminate, Kadyrov suggested that the Tesla founder train at the Russian Special Forces University Akhmat Fight Club. Rule number 1. And the Chechen state television and radio broadcasting company to prep for the hypothetical match. And here's the guy who called him out right here. You're like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. You want to mess with that guy right there. Look at him. He's like, no, hey, Elon, don't you dare even step foot in that octagon with Putin. Because Putin's going to ride in on a horse. And you're going to ride in on one of them cyber trucks where you bust one of the windows out with a freaking pebble. All right, so just don't mess with the guy. Guy scored 10 goals in a hockey game one time. Just don't do it. Just go back, get some more hair plugs, Elon Musk. Make some more flamethrowers. So you will return from the Sea Republic. I'm done with that word. I'm so done with that word. Completely different person. Ilona. That is Elon. Oh, yo. Calling him out with the effeminate version there, huh? Ilona. I didn't even know that was a real name. Ilona. I think I'm going to name my next dog Ilona. Using the female version of Musk name. Musk 50, the world's richest man. So he's got 19 years on him. I still think he could win. I still think he could take him. Putin. Challenge Putin 69 to single combat state. What? See what? I know I just went through this just a minute ago, but what world are we living in right now where Elon Musk, this guy who just makes flamethrowers and remote controlled cars, is challenging a nation, and he just owns a company. He's rich as shit, and he just owns a company. It's insane. It is crazy stuff, bosses. So Kadyrov wrote that Putin and Musk are in two completely different leagues. I would agree with that. I think, you know, Putin's probably got that old man strength too. You know, he's probably got that swing, that haymaker. You know what I'm saying? He's a one punch kind of guy. He ain't trying to wrestle with you. He's trying to take you out right away. And even though that's not what's going on with Ukraine right now. So tell me in the chat, bosses, who would you bet on in a fight between Elon Musk and Vladimir Putin? Who would win the fight, hand-to-hand combat in the octagon? Let me know who you think. Yeah, Putin is a martial arts enthusiast and president of the International Judo Federation over his unprovoked blah, blah, blah. Just, yeah, they cut him out of that once he invaded Ukraine, for sure. Barb says Putin would win. Real Cosmology says Putin would win. Yeah, he's going to be riding in that ring in a horse, you know, shirtless. Oh my gosh. What else we got going on tonight? So we got through that. So I don't know what China's whole role in all of this is. I really don't. But I do know this is kind of freaking stupid here. Because I thought they had some of the best cases in the world, like in terms of low cases. I thought China had low cases in the world. This article's not going to load, is it? I have to refresh. Now it's saying like China's got like huge cases right now going on from the Corv. Yeah, I don't know if this article is going to load. Maybe I can get a different one going here. Freaking New York Post, man. Unresponsive. Too many tabs. Hoff working too hard. I do have a different one, a different article I think I can pull up here on it though. New York Post, that's one of those websites that they have like 5 ads that are videos that come up, so it really slows things down. And I'm working on a dang laptop. Here we go. China locks down 51 million people amid major Corv outbreak. Hang these ads at the bottom. So that's what, you know, look at that picture. This is a funny picture. It's got allegedly what the virus looks like, even though it's never been really isolated, allegedly. And then you got the flag back there. Yeah, communists. I said, remember Corv? The media got the war the way they wanted, so Corv has taken a back seat in recent weeks. However, a major Corv outbreak in China has led to another lockdown. China locked down 51 million people amid a Corv outbreak in the northeastern province of Jilin and the southern cities of Shenzhen and Dongguan. China is facing its worst Corv crisis since early 2020 when the world first witnessed an entire population lockdown to contain the Corv in Wuhan and its surrounding province. Isn't China the same country where they're coming out with videos of people just falling down the street, bleeding out of their faces because of this stuff? And then they got away with it for 2 years, and now all of a sudden they're going to lock down? Something's fishy, if you ask me. Something's fishy. Aren't they the ones who wore masks even before the Corv? So 2 years on, it's now sending tens of millions of people into lockdown in the entire northeastern province of Jilin, where 24 million people live, in the southern cities of Shenzhen and Dongguan, with 17.5 million and 10 million people respectively by their censuses. China, the last major country to relentlessly pursue a Corv Zero policy, reported 1,437 cases across dozens of cities on Monday. That's a what? Did you see this number here? That's it. They locked down 51 million people because of 1,437 cases. Wow. It sounds like the same shit they were doing. Like it sounds like they're like 2 years behind right now. It sounds like China's like 2 years behind on this shit. They're just figuring out how to do this stuff. Or maybe they're just waiting. They had it in the back pocket and they were like, we'll use it now. You know, it's like that ace of spades you got, or something like the Uno card, the reverse card. You just hang on to that thing until you need it. Maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. China banned most people from leaving a Corvid hit northeastern province and mobilized military reservists Monday as the fast-spreading stealth Omicron. Oh, shit. The stealth Omicron. Oh, no, man. Oh, it's stealthy. You can't even see it coming. Variant fuels the country's biggest outbreak since the start of the plan 2 years ago. The National Health Commission reported 1,337. There you go. There's a 33 in the middle there. Locally transmitted cases in the latest 24-hour period, including 895 in the industrial province of Yulin. A government notice said the police permission would be required for people to leave the area or travel from one city to another. So, it said Germany also sounded the alarm on Monday and said Corv has reached a critical level after the number of infections rose to a record high this week. What is going on? What is going on? So it's like one area doesn't have it, and then one does, and then they get over it, and then the other area has it. And it's just funny enough, they're overseas over there. Funny enough, they want to lock down now. It's just funny to me. All right, let's see what we got here, bosses. Thank you all for being here tonight once again. I appreciate you all. I'm going to show a video here. I might show a couple of videos here. Here we go. Not at the same time, obviously. So this is actually like not too far from where I live. Wild scene as suspect fires on police while running on Ohio highways. Suspect was shot at least once. So I don't know the whole story behind this. I haven't kept up on this too much. But I do know it was a big deal here in Ohio recently, like on the highway, not too far where I live from. It says a shooter standing on Interstate 71 northbound and firing at vehicles Friday morning near the Gemini Place interchange, striking at least 3 vehicles, was shot by Columbus police after he opened fire on them. Police spokesman St. James Fuqua said. The incident began shortly at 9:56 a.m. when a young man or older teenager... Why do you have to... What? A young man or older... what are they doing there? I don't like that kind of terminology. Just say a man. Just say young man. Whatever. Driving a 2014 gray Ford Fusion went off the left side of the I-71 northbound east Powell Road in Gemini Place, IKEA Way exit in Delaware County, and struck a cable barrier in the median, according to the Ohio Highway Patrol. The male driver exited the vehicle and started randomly shooting at vehicles on the interstate with a handgun. Let's check this video out. I don't know. I haven't seen this. Maybe it's lame. Check it out.
Where is he?
Oh, it's just footage of some people driving by it.
Now he's running.
Oh shit! It coming right for him. Oh, okay, this is good footage. Whoa, that guy's like Grand Theft Auto, dude. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Holy crap!
Oh my gosh!
Dang! I'm surprised the guy got so as far as he did.
Oh my gosh, Todd!
That is crazy. But yeah, that shit was going down not too far from me. I guess maybe like 5-10 miles away, probably. So let's see here. It's big news around here. It's like news for like 3 days. I'm gonna show this one here. Might have a little bit of a shorter show tonight. I got a few more articles, and then I'm gonna show maybe some UFO videos and put the invite in. I still got a little bit left in me. Don't worry, I'm not wrapping it up yet. Don't worry, bosses. Still got some more to do. This one I just thought was a funny video. Young man is told, and once again, young man is told to remove his F. Biden hoodie on Delta flight. Air bartender claims it's against the rules. It's not. Kick him off even after he removes it. So let's check this video out here.
What's going to happen? I'll just call Atlanta and speak to corporate security.
Okay.
And
Freedom of speech is a big deal, man,
come on
to
the
me.
jet bridge, flip the shirt outside, in and out, right? So that word doesn't show. I will have to discipline the whole aircraft. No. I'm sorry about that, sir. It's just Delta policy. You cannot wear it. And they did advise me also you will be on the no flying list. Okay? So you want to come out on the jet bridge, let's just flip the shirt and get everybody else to LA.
You have yet to show me something.
All
that
right,
has
it's a policy, and you can call, and we could go ahead and look it up online, right on the jet bridge. There's a computer.
If it's online, just pull out your cell phone.
But that's not inconvenient.
No.
Everybody
You're making this inconvenient. Because last time I checked, I live in the United States of America with the First Amendment, freedom of press, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion. Do I not? Ma'am, so I'm going to take it off, okay?
So
I'm taking it off, okay? You guys forced me to wear my mask. I don't want to wear it. I can't wear my hoodie. It's off. I'm going to go sit down. You guys better not bug me for the rest of the day. Because whatever you guys come up and say to me will be recorded. Will be recorded, and you guys will get
to you. So you want to come on the jet bridge and speak to me?
So I'm still getting kicked off the plane?
Hmm?
So I'm still getting kicked off the plane.
Yeah, you're not wearing the mask.
I literally just took off my hoodie. If you ask me nicely, I will put back on my mask, which I was doing as you came back up here.
All right. As you can see that I'm relating the message to you what the captain says. He said he doesn't want you off the aircraft anymore.
Okay, so
Okay.
what's your name, brother? John L. Brooks. John L. Brooks. Yeah. So currently Delta Airlines is kicking me off for, I mean, I wore my mask the last time the whole flight.
But y'all out nudity on movies, and that's cool. So my little thing is titties on the TV. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? We talk about this stuff. Y'all have so big movies on here that my children.
Come on the jet bridge.
That you've been removed from the flight, which we have, because you refuse to wear the mask and you have on a hoodie that Delta does not permit you wearing. Okay.
Okay.
We have canceled your ticket, so it would be refunded to whatever credit card you use to make the purchase.
So yeah, bosses. I don't know. You can't. I mean, I understand like profanity in front of kids and stuff may be a wrong thing, but at the same time, I don't know. Where's the line? Where's the line? Is there a line? Should there be a line, or should you just be able to say and promote whatever you want? In my opinion, you should be able to say and promote whatever you want. I don't know. There is a line, maybe sometimes though. I don't know what it is. Maybe you should just be good enough of a person or as much of an adult to know where the line is, to not go out and try to get attention to offend people, in my opinion. Maybe you should, if you're wearing a shirt that says the F word on it, maybe you're looking for attention. And when you have your phone out recording the whole situation, maybe that's the way you wanted it to be. And I'm not sticking up for this or for the airline or anything like that. I'm sticking up for free speech. At the same time, you got to be smart when you get into situations. You can't just go out in the world being a jackass and expect no consequences to happen to you, because there's a lot of crazy people out there that will not agree with you on certain things. So I applaud the guy for testing the waters, but he lost on that one. And maybe just wear a Let's Go Brandon shirt instead of a frig Joe Biden shirt, All right. Let me get to the chat here for a minute, I guess. See what we got. I think I'm like way behind right now. I think I'm like way behind. Yeah, I'm way behind here. I apologize for that. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to catch up. Chat's blowing up. I love you, bosses. You're awesome. Making friends in there. Freaking awesome. Real Cosmology says Putin be like Sub-Zero on The Running Man. I ain't seen that movie in years. I remember Richard Dawson was like the host because he used to host Family Feud. So they're like, let's make them the host on this crazy, most dangerous game version of a futuristic film with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it was a good movie. The Running Man. It's a good movie. I just don't remember it too well. I remember who Sub-Zero is. Wasn't he a character on Mortal Kombat? Sub-Zero. Wookiee Supremacy says, I went to a boxing match and a hockey game broke out. Man, that's pretty lucky, man. I don't know how they got the ice on the ring. Steve says, oh yeah, I'm listening. Just trying to clean my Sanford and Son dirty ass house before my mom gets into town. That's not a race thing. He's talking about they lived in a junkyard because he sold scrap. Hoffcast don't play none of that crap. You don't play none of those cards, none of that stuff. Hoffcast don't punch down. Hoffcast don't even talk in third person. Wookiee says, I think this is in tune with Garth Brooks, who I hate because he sang the national anthem at Brandon's inauguration. I think this is the tune of Garth Brooks. We got a virus with low cases where we're all locked down, made the mask of faces till my blues away. No one can see my face. Well, I'm not big on social distancing. All right. Barb says, could it be Putin is better draining the swamp than Trump? I don't know. What is the swamp? What is the swamp? It says probably Barb, both Biden's and a few others as well. Kind of funny. Is it a global swamp? Is it a national swamp? That's what I'm asking. Like, is it where is the swamp? The swamp's all over. We're swamped. It's like, you gotta get rid of that. You gotta wipe it out, just like swamp ass. You ever get swamp ass? You gotta wipe it out. Anyways, Steve says, yes, I'm a plumber, so I literally have old water heaters, toilets, sinks, etc. in my backyard. I'm never home because of work, so the inside is just as bad. I wasn't making fun, man, at all. I love Sanford and Son. That's one of my favorites. I'm coming, Elizabeth. Is the big one. And the big one, Elizabeth. Red Fox, he was great, man. Used to watch that Nick at Night all the time as a kid. Loved Gilligan's Island as well. Oh, Gilligan's Island. Love that dumbass Gilligan. What a putz. All right, let's get back to some show here. So where do we go? I'm gonna do because of what we were just talking about. We're gonna do this here. I got a pair of videos or articles and videos here. This one says Pfizer CEO says the fourth jab is necessary. Oh, okay, great. Can we? Is this a video? No. It is. He says it is necessary a fourth boost right now. Borla told Face the Nation host Margaret Brennan, it's serious. The protection that you are getting from the third, it is good enough. Actually, quite good for hospitalizations and deaths, he said. It's not that good, though, against infections, and it doesn't last very long. But we are just submitting those data to the FDA, and then we will see what the experts will also say outside of Pfizer. What he really means is the fourth jab is necessary for a stock boost. So This is from him. This is from the news.
Do you think that we will every fall have to prepare ourselves for a booster shot with COVID, just like we get a flu shot?
I think so. Many variants are coming, and Omicron was the first one that was able to evade in a skillful way the immune protection that we were giving. But also we know that the duration of the protection doesn't last very long. So what we are trying to do, and we are working very diligently right now, it is to make not only a vaccine that will protect against all variants, including Omicron, but also something that can protect for at least a year.
So you've seen some of that data on a fourth
At
dose,
least a year.
a second booster shot.
So they're saying it
will be
doesn't protect for a year now,
It is
allegedly.
necessary a
That's what he's
fourth
saying.
boost.
Not
Right
me.
now, the protection that you are getting from the third, it is good enough, actually quite good for hospitalizations and deaths. It's not that good against infections,
People are evil.
but doesn't last very long. But we are just submitting those data to the FDA, and then we will see what the experts also will say outside Pfizer.
People are evil as frick, dude. These people are so freaking evil, man. So I had I believe I had a follow-up to that. Let me see if hopefully I still have it up here. Yeah, here we go. So this is another one from Memology. Watch this one.
You know, I got the 2 shots of the vaccine and I got boosters. So I got 3 shots. So now people are wondering, are they going to have to get a 4th shot? Will we need a 4th shot of another booster
like Nancy Pelosi.
to keep our immunity up?
Praying menace.
I think we will.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
Oh, man. There's, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. So yeah, you need it, right? You need the you got the first one was supposed to do it all, but you needed 2 more, but you also need another one. You also might need another one every year or maybe every 6 months because we're trying to get to at least a year now. So just hang tight. We're going to get you in line as long as you just stay on board with what we're doing right now. We're going to get you safe and we're going to keep you from getting sick as long as you just keep taking these things that we're still trying to figure out right now. So please just keep coming back to CVS and just getting stabbed in your arm. And with you don't even know what's in it. Just please keep doing that and everything's going to be okay because we're figuring this out. We told you we had it figured out the first time, but now we're telling you we really got it figured out the 4th time. So, yeah, come back to CVS or whatever line you have to sit in for a freaking booster. I got my booster right here. Anyways, these people are evil, man. Straight up evil. And this one. Rand Paul introduces amendment to eliminate Fauci's position as NIAID. I love how aid is in there. Director. Paul says no person should have unilateral authority to make decisions for millions of Americans, especially if they're not elected, in my opinion. Even if you're elected. Senator Rand Paul on Monday introduced an amendment that would eliminate Dr. Fauci position as the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and decentralize it so that no one person can act as director in chief in the name of public health. I agree with this. I mean, like, Fauci is on a whole different level, though. He's not just like the head of this organization that does things. He's been in the game for a long time. He's been in the game. He's like one of the higher ups. He gets paid more than the president yearly on salary. And who knows how much else he makes from pushing all this crap. Anyways, Paul's amendment would reorganize NIAID by breaking it down to 3 separate national research institutes, all with their own director, including the National Institute of, So it's kind of like checks and balances, which I think is a cool thing. You know, you can't just have one organization or person to have everything, like all the power and just all the say, especially when you got all the money paying you to say these things because you have been around, you got the experience for it. You know, we've learned a lot over the Rand Paul says we've learned a lot over the past 2 years, but one lesson in particular is that no one person should be deemed dictator in chief. No one person should have unilateral authority to make decisions for millions of Americans. This will create accountability and oversight into a taxpayer-funded position that has largely abused its power and has been responsible for many failures and misinformation during the Corvid plan. Each of the 3 institutes proposed by Paul would be led by a director who is appointed by the Prez and confirmed by the Senate for a 5-year term. I don't know if I'm all in for that, though. Maybe those things should probably be a little bit more looked over, but he says, I've been a physician for over 33 years. Nice, 33. Episode 33 tonight. And yeah, Freemasons, 33, highest degree. Manly P. Hall. In all my years studying and practicing medicine, I had never encountered someone with the gall to proclaim himself the science, to portray anyone opposing him as attacking science. That is until Dr. Fauci became the Corvid dictator-in-chief. The biggest lesson we have learned over the last 2 years is that no one person should have this much unchecked power. And my amendment, which will get a vote this week, will finally enforce accountability to fire Dr. Fauci. You better watch out, Fauci. You better watch out, boy. Rand Paul coming for you. He coming for you, boy. So let me see. Speaking of, Tulsi Gabbard. I've never heard the name Tulsi before. I've heard of this lady. I thought they were saying Chelsea, and it turns out it was Tulsi. I was like, oh, I was wrong. I was searching the wrong name there. I was searching Chelsea Gabbard. There are 20. She said there are 25 plus U.S. funded biolabs in Ukraine. The pathogens must be destroyed ASAP. Well, look at this lady. I guess she's like a Democrat.
Here are the undeniable facts. There are 25 to 30 U.S. funded biolabs in Ukraine. According to the U.S. government, these biolabs are conducting research on dangerous pathogens. Ukraine is in an active war zone with widespread bombing, artillery, and shelling, and these facilities, even in the best of circumstances, could easily be compromised and release these deadly pathogens. Now, like COVID, these pathogens know no borders. If they are inadvertently or purposely breached or compromised, they will quickly spread all throughout Europe, the United States, and the rest of the world, causing untold suffering and death.
Don't panic. Don't panic, people.
So in order to protect the American people, the people of Europe, the people around the world, these labs need to be shut down immediately, and the pathogens that they hold need to be destroyed. Instead of trying to cover this up, the Biden-Harris administration needs to work with Russia, Ukraine, NATO, the UN to immediately implement a ceasefire for all military action in the vicinity of...
All right, Lee. All right, Lee. So I'm just like kind of just I hate talking about that stuff. Like, I don't want Hoffcast to be about this kind of stuff, and I don't, but it's the way it is right now, and I think it's the way we're gonna do things. So instead, we're gonna move off a little bit. Might be wrapping this up for too long. Like I said, I got a little bit more. But we have to go through a couple more things here. There's no way we can't, because these are too good. So we have to do this. Let's do it right here. Juicy Smollett. You know I love Juicy Smollett. I love him. I love Juicy Smollett as much as I love Whoopi the Hut Goldberg and the show The View and alleged President Brandon. I love them all.
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am.
First of all, hold on, before we watch the video, Juicy Smollett is sentenced to 5 months prison for his hate crime hoax. Goes on a race and LGBTQ rant. So the Juicy Smollett saga came to a dramatic end Thursday when a Chicago judge ordered him to spend 5 months behind bars for concocting a disgraceful scheme to fake a hate crime, prompting the actor to scream out in protest, "I'm innocent. That wasn't me. Yeah, no, it wasn't me." I could have. We'll just watch the video.
I am not suicidal.
He's not suicidal.
That's what I was trying to say. I'm not suicidal. Okay? I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal.
He's trying to be like
If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community.
He thinks
Your
he's
Honor,
like
I respect you, and I respect
an icon.
I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there,
this guy's ego is more inflated than mine.
Myself, and you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal. Okay.
So what? He thinks he's as important as Epstein, or was he in the same group as Epstein? If he's saying that sort of thing, so it's one or the other. I just think he has an inflated ego. I think this guy thinks he's like way more important than he is. Either that, or he's getting paid a lot. He's not even getting enough money to get out of prison or jail time. No, he's not going to prison. He's not going to go to jail for that long either, though. Unfortunately, probably be out in like less than a month. It sucks. It's been such a freaking like all the media, all the news talking about this jackass faking a hate crime. It's absolutely insane. And let's watch the judge come down on this guy.
Stacks of pleadings are high. I've got stacks on my desk that are unprecedented. And we had to wade through all of them. And it took a long time to do that. And there was a tremendous amount of
this judge's hair,
manpower, and billable hours that
looks like he should belong in an Oasis.
Strong firm. And they did it selflessly. They did it because they thought they needed to do the right thing. All I can say is, a member of the judiciary, thank you. Because that was very, very extraordinary. And I have no idea what the amount of billable hours are. And I can only imagine, but I think it is huge and truly significant. The other event, what happened here is that after Mr. Webb and his team reviewed the case, they had several assignments, one of which was to look into the conduct of the state attorney's office, and they returned a report to Judge Tooman about that, their findings about that, another about the Chicago Police Department and their handling the case. They did that. Participate in behavioral classes.
Dear MS, from day one.
Oh, we can't have an ad on there. Let me scroll down. Mute. I'm trying to get to the good stuff here for your bosses. Skip it.
They're putting you on the front page. All the attention is on you. People talk about social injustice. Your name was coming up first, which is exactly what you wanted, but you used them. If anything, people in those positions, elected public officials, mainstream journalists, their credibility is everything to them. And you didn't care that you might be damaging it. You did damage to them because, again, there's a side of you that has this arrogance and selfishness and narcissism that's just disgraceful. You plan worked, of course, until it didn't. We're in Chicago. You lived here for 5 years, working on the Empire show. And you have to know, as well as anybody that lives in Chicago, that Chicagoans, they love their city. They're fiercely loyal to the city. And believe me, Chicagoans know we don't all agree with each other on a lot. There are all kinds of disagreements on what our city should be,
Joke of the night.
should be for the future. There's even disagreements about what our past was like. But despite all the disagreements and all the things that are not right with Chicago, it's sweet home to Chicago, to the Chicagoans. Chicagoans are fiercely loyal to their city. But Chicagoans have one thing in common that they agree on, that there's no misunderstandings. Everybody's on the same page. And that page is crime is a problem. It is a major problem. Nobody disagrees. And we know that police resources, they are valuable. They're limited. Detective resources are precious, and they cannot be squandered. And what you did, because you were selfishly, arrogantly, and narcissistically bringing attention to yourself, it's the only reason you could have been doing such a crazy thing that you did, was you took away a lot of resources from other places, from other real victims of real crimes. You used up the police resources for your own benefit, and that's a big problem here. What you did is you created what we call around here a heater. What's a heater? A heater is a case that when it's reported to the public conscience is shocked to such an extreme that the public is demanding that the police solve this crime here, right now, right here, right now. Everything else has to take second place. The heater has to be addressed. And you created a heater. And boy, did they put on an investigation. And I know that I've been listening to Chicago police officers and listening about police investigations for many years. And it's certainly not a perfect police department. It's perhaps unfairly maligned in some respects as well. I'll match the homicide detectives here against any in the country for their competence and thoroughness. Not a question about that. But what they did in this case is extraordinary. I have never seen, even in some murder cases, the amount of police work that went into this investigation. You did exactly what you didn't want to happen. They put so many police resources into this. When I say what you didn't want to happen is you never wanted this case solved. You thought that somehow you'd be able to skate by and nobody would ever know what really happened here. And you're going to walk away from this. And it didn't go down like that at all, of course. So they solved the case. And what happened? Turns out that you're not a victim of a hate crime. You're not a victim of a racial hate crime. You're not a victim of a homophobic hate crime. You're just a charlatan pretending to be a victim of a hate crime.
Dang.
And that's shameful, especially from the family you got brought up with your family values. It's so sad. The damage you've done to yourself is way beyond
judge is
anything else that can happen
beast.
to you from me or any other judge that would be sentencing you in this criminal case. You are now a permanently convicted felon. Your family who loves you and supports you, I don't even want to use the word forgive because forgiveness isn't even necessary. They're with you so much. They're so tight-knit, but you have to live with the fact that you really put them through a ringer.
A ringer.
You embarrassed your valuable friends in high places, the elected public officials, people in the media.
Lee's wearing the mask. No one else is.
You have to live with that. I don't know if those relationships can be repaired. You become
He's the only one wearing a mask right now. Just let that be known.
Your career future is uncertain at very best. It was really on a rocket ship to success, and now you've turned yourself into riches to rags, and it's so unfortunate. Your very name has become an adverb for lying, and I cannot imagine what could be worse than that. People talk about situations where somebody's lying and trying to manipulate and maneuver a story, and your name comes up as, pulling a Jussie, something like that. That's awful. You're the butt of jokes. Comedians, mainstream talk show hosts, they make jokes about you. They do sketches about you. I can't imagine anything worse than that. Now, this is all self-inflicted. These are things you did to yourself. This is self-damage. Well, some people may think that what you did is funny. And there's some room for humor or jokes about it. But I assure you, this court does not. I don't think there is anything funny at all about hoaxing and faking racial hate crimes. Hoaxing or faking homophobic hate crimes. I think that is disgraceful. There is nothing funny about it. There's no humor in what you did whatsoever. All because you're selfish, arrogant, narcissistic. At least you have that side in you.
Dang, he's just taking him down.
That came out through this case.
So
and
hard.
You kept doubling down and doubling down and doubling down.
So hard.
It's not funny. It's not funny at all.
I love it.
And I'm your sentencing judge. And I don't find it funny. So where are we at? We're at the end. You're convicted of a class 4 felony. It's presumptively probationable, but we have some real serious aggravating factors here. Your premeditation, which I've described. The pain you've caused to real victims of hate crimes, which I've described.
Yep.
The damage you've done to the city of Chicago, I've heard.
The judge
It's been talked about. I'm mindful of the city's request for restitution. And if I'm going to fashion that, consider that request, I have to fashion the sentence accordingly.
The people sitting next to him are just
all,
like so
capper
disappointed.
of all cappers, your performance.
But look
on
at
the
that
witness
lady.
stand.
She's just like, oh.
This could only be described as
lawyer?
pure perjury. You got on the witness stand. You didn't have to. You did. You certainly have a right to, but you committed hour upon
He says
hour
getting
upon
locked up
hour
really
of
punishment for
pure
this guy comes going to be
perjury.
dropping soap for a few
And I
minutes.
find all those to be ample factors. If this court were to
Taking that
decide
into account. I want to say, I'll pause it here. I've taken that into account, but he's also in like a private reserve. So who knows? He might have some nice people in there that will really, you know, they'll be role playing that kind of
things
thing.
you did, that any kind of probationary sentence would deprecate the seriousness of the offense and you need to go to the penitentiary, the record is clear and it would support it. But I'm looking at everything in its totality. And I agree. It's told to me today, you can't judge everybody by one bad thing they've done in their life. I don't know if it's the only bad thing, but it's the only bad thing that I'm concerned about now. And that you do have quite a record of real community service and quite a record of attaching with people. There is a lot of mitigation in this case as well. And I'm mindful of the pleas of mercy, particularly from people that are in the arena of dealing with social justice issues, that are fighting, seriously fighting, not playing around, not doing games like you were doing, but seriously fighting for matters involving hate crimes of all sorts. And they're asking you for mercy as well. So I'm trying to consider who you are as a person, how you got here, how somehow you strayed away from your family values. You
We all
that
know
narcissistic,
he ain't buying the
selfish,
soap on
and
the
arrogant
rope.
side come out, and you persisted with it for years on this case. I'm fashioning the following sentence, and here's your sentence. I'm sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to travel wherever you want. You do not have to live in the state of Illinois.
Bosses.
You can report by phone. I know that if you're going to try to make a living and do some of the things you do, you may have to go to other places, New York and Los Angeles. You can do those things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago.
I don't know. This might be a runner-up at least.
$120,106.
Joke of the night.
You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine. And you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today, right here, right now.
Nice.
Mr. Smollett.
No, wait, no.
At JP Morgan,
We can't do
only-
that. We can't do that. We're going to mute it, and then we're going to skip it. Can't be playing ads here on Hoffcast unless they're paying me. I'll pay if JP Morgan wants to pay me. Yeah, I'll play their ads.
He's way beyond.
Oh, let's get to the part where he starts freaking out. Here we go, and then we got to complete it with the freak out.
Which is the maximum fine. And you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today, right here, right now.
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that
Here we go.
I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there,
This is not me.
I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time.
Bosses, I'm sorry. I got so I started laughing so hard that I swiped off of that thing. Are we still here? Holy crap! Am I still alive? Am I still on? Not. Yeah, not. Let me know in the chat. I don't know if I am or not. So. Okay, yeah, I think I am. Yes, I am. Okay, cool. My bad. Yeah, I was laughing and went like way too hard on that, and I like I wanted to like go for it on. I just swiped out of that bill. Oh my gosh, what a fun stream tonight. I've been having a great time. I hope you guys are all having a good time as well. Thank y'all for being here. This one says Jussie Smollett has been moved to a new jail cell. According to the sheriff's office. It says Jussie has been moved to a new jail cell. His brother has been said he's been housed in the jail psych ward, of course, because he walked out screaming, "I'm not suicidal." Of course, they'll put you in a psych ward. That was all the whole point of it. That was the entire point of him doing that, is because they're like, if you ever take a test on anything, like say you get your concealed carry license or something like that, or whatever, like there's a lot of things you gotta sign up for, and I'm not just talking about voting. If you agree with it or not. But all I'm saying is you have to say, like, do you have any mental illnesses? Have you ever had thoughts of suicide? And as soon as you start screaming at the top of your lungs, "I'm not suicidal," guess what? That's going to get you out of jail and into a psych ward. That's the whole strategy behind it. His lawyer told him that. They're like, hey, just act like you're suicidal, and that'll get you out of jail, because that's the way to do it. They ask you that sort of thing, you gotta check that off on that little box there on any kind of form. So if you say you've had thoughts of suicide, or if you go out of the courtroom screaming, "I'm not suicidal," well then guess what? It's gonna get you out of jail, okay? And it's sickening. And this guy's an actor, and it's pretty effed up in my opinion, but. Smart move all around, I guess, in the end for him, a scumbag. It's freaking hogwash, bro. It's freaking hogwash. It says Jussie Smollett, yeah. The actor's new digs at Chicago's county jail fee. Digs. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I think that's the first time I've used the F word tonight. Maybe not, but I apologize. Look at this guy, dude. This guy's look, he's got the devil in his eyes. Dude's got no remorse, no bad feelings. He thinks he's still right because he made it all up in his mind. He made the whole story up. He's living in his own lie. And like George Costanza said on Seinfeld, it's not a lie if you believe it. And that's what this guy lives his life on. That's this is what the guy lives. It's his whole motto. It's his creed. With arms wide open, yes! These protocols are routinely used for individuals ordered into protective custody who may be potentially at risk or of harm due to the nature of their charges, their profession, or their noteworthy status. It's all about him being an elite, according to that phrase right there. It's all about being an elite. Only be their profession, noteworthy status, or the sheriff's or the noteworthy status. So, Jussie Smollett, look at this guy. He's an icon. They're gonna put that image on like a mural on a brick wall very soon. There's no doubt about that. Like, definitely. In Chicago, right down the street from the subway that he was attacked. It's gonna be the mural on the subway. And Jared from Subway's gonna be there too for the unveiling. Like they throw the red tape cutting for the unveiling of the mural. Why do so many shitty people love Subway? I don't know. Maybe because it's shitty food. Fuck Subway. Oh my gosh, this world is too crazy. This world that we're living in is so freaking crazy. I cannot even believe it. No, the housing unit where Smollett is locked up is Division 8, not District 9. Or the jail's residential treatment unit, the RTU, which is reserved for detainees with injuries and medical conditions that make them particularly susceptible to Corv. So he's got a weak immune system. We'll go figure. The sheriff's office said Smollett is in an area frequently utilized for individuals requiring a high level of supervision and care for mental health needs. See, exactly what I was saying. That was the whole point of the screaming. It's because you know you'll get put in a safe place. Away from all the regular folk out there, you know, when you're a higher up. And apparently Cook County Jail ain't that nice. So it was all a big ploy. And dude, this guy is sick. I'd say throw him right in with the rest of the sharks. But the unit is also sometimes used solely for security reasons due to the enhanced monitoring that can occur in this setting. He's not the next Epstein, all right? He's not. He wants to pretend he is. It would be inaccurate and irresponsible to make any assumption about his mental or medical condition based on where he's currently housed. Look at this. Look, he took his mask down for this, though. He had to take his mask. He was the only one wearing a mask the whole time, and he had to take his mask down for this. And then you got the sheriff over here wearing a mask, too. But, yeah, you took your mask down. I guess the bullshit that you're spouting out your damn mouth is more important than the safety of the others around you from getting sick from your damn Corvid mouth. What a theater, what a presentation. This guy's such an actor. All we're seeing is acting. From the Ukraine president being a freaking actor, making his own show, producing it, acting in it, and then just accidentally becoming president of Ukraine. And all this shit goes down now. And then we got people like Jussie Smollett acting, doing hate crimes, acting to get his way into a more secure place in the prison. It's freaking crazy, the world we're living in right now. And these are people who run the world. This is the shit in the media. This is shit I'm talking about right now. I don't want to talk about this stuff. I'd rather come on here and talk about, hey, how nice are the plants you are growing this week? How are those tomatoes coming up? How big's that zucchini coming? You know, I'd rather talk about that. Hey, Nick Bua, how big's that fish that you caught recently? You know, but these are distractions away from all this, you know, of the lives that we should be leading. But yet here we are in the cycle of things, just still there, you know, myself included. Wookie says Subway is disgusting. Yeah, and it doesn't even fill you up, man. You can have two of them sandwiches and they don't make no dent in your stomach. Wookie says support your local deli. Absolutely. Yeah, or a seafood shop if you live by a bay or somewhere like that. Wookie says, who knows what will happen to him? Recently in jail, I saw people get out of handcuffs while on bus. Yeah, I don't think he'll be there too long. Talking about Smollett. Wookie says tomatoes and zucchini. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I grew up. We grew corn on the cob. You know, we used to shuck them things by the creek. And I used to have to take a hose out there and spray all the plants down if they hadn't rained in a couple of days. I grew up in the country. Your boy Hoff here grew up in the country. Helped raise some gardens. He knows how to farm. He's not an expert on farming, not gonna lie, but I know how to raise some plants. All it takes is water and sunlight. That's it. Seeds, water, sunlight. That's about it. A little tender love and care, some TLC for him. That's all it needs. All right. So, oh my gosh, we're like, what, 3 hours in almost now. Yeah, I guess I always think that I don't have enough to talk about, and I talk for too long. So, I think I've gotten through most of just. Let's take a look at this. Since we're on the subject, we'll be quick about this, and then I'm probably gonna wrap it up here for too long. I don't think I'm gonna go till midnight, but. Bosses, if you're watching right now, if you want to come to the after show hangout party, I will be putting the invite in the chat here. No one showed up after the Pete stream. Don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know where. It's fine with me because I was actually pretty tired. But tonight, I'm ready to go, bosses. If you want to hang out with me tonight, I will put the invite up shortly. I'm not going to midnight. I don't think. I might show a couple more videos here and wrap it up, and then hang out with any of you bosses if you want to. Let me know in the chat if you do want to come by. That way, if I know if that's still a thing or not, you know. So this article says Zelensky, the audio parts king. Thanks Zuckerberg, go figure, for helping him win the propaganda war, allegedly. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky thanked Facebook for its role in helping him win the propaganda war after the platform announced it would permit calls for violence against Russians. So, just saying with that one, he said, war is not only a military opposition on Ukrainian land, it is also a fierce battle in the informational space. Of course it is. I want to thank Meta, of course, and other platforms that have an active position that help and stand side by side with the Ukrainians. Oh. I don't know how anyone trusts this guy. I know you want to be against Putin, but I don't know how you can be pro this guy either. That's my question. Even with American politics, I'm at that point myself. I don't know how you can be against one person and pro another person. I just don't get it. How can you be against them and they're all telling the same damn lies and doing the same crazy shit? You know, it says, in other words, here in the article from Zero Hedge, in other words, Facebook is directly aiding Ukraine by allowing pro-Ukraine propaganda to spread while banning any pro-Russia propaganda. This despite the fact that there have been numerous huge fabricated stories in just a few weeks alone, including the Snake Island hoax and the supposed attack on a H memorial in Kiev that never happened. Facebook has helped Zelensky, the Autoports king, himself spread endless disinformation to try and con NATO into World War III, allegedly, comments Chris Minahan. Most recently, they helped Zelensky spread the lie that Russians attacked the Z nuclear power plant with tanks, and it was leaking radiation that could lead to a nuclear H, wiping out all of Europe. And the final countdown, the final countdown. Europe. Get the joke. If NATO doesn't immediately get involved in the war and start World War III, they also helped Zelensky spread the lie that the Russians attacked the Chernobyl nuclear power plant and were trying to trigger a meltdown. Facebook's decision to allow its platform to be used to advocate for violence against Russians was also made despite actual real-world violence being directed towards Russians. Oh, yeah, not every Russian is bad. Oh, go figure. Not every person of any group is all bad. Just because a few bad apples spoiled the eggs. Don't count your apples before they hatch. Whatever they say. A Russian cultural center in Paris was firebombed last weekend while a man in Dublin also drove a truck into the gates of the Russian embassy. So. Wookie says, I don't give a frig about Russia, Ukraine, effing both. That's kind of my opinion right now. But they're trying to get the U.S. on the side. The mainstream media, U.S. propaganda in itself, is trying to get Americans to be patriotic again. And the ones that are going to do it are the ones that are the dumbest to fall for it, about standing for Ukraine. When they don't know anything about it, they could put it out on a map. They don't know one person from Ukraine. They didn't even know who the president was. I didn't even know who the freaking president was until I looked it up, and I found out he was an actor who created his own show. These people are just the blind leading the blind, bleeding the blind, over and over and over, over and over. Woogie says, if I'll tell you one thing, if I learned anything in the past few years, it's that the weirdos are freaking out about it. It's probably the right thing to do. The weirdos. Well, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. The weirdos. If you're talking about me as being a weirdo, then I don't know. I don't freak out about much. That's why I didn't get the jab, and I don't believe in this whole war that's going on right now. I don't think we're given the truth about any of it. Chrissy says, question is, why didn't they stand for their own country when it was time to stand? I don't know if you're talking about Ukraine. I think the narrative says they are. The narrative says they are for sure, but and the narrative says that they're doing pretty well standing up against Russia, even though Russia could probably, one click of a button, boom, 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 it's over, But I don't know if it's toying around. I don't know if it's the media. I don't know if it's all lies. That's the whole point of Hoffcast. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I don't know what's going on. No one knows what's going on. Wookie said, I'm talking about the skittle-headed wackadoos that can't figure out. Yeah. I figure that's what you're talking about. Maybe I just read your last comment wrong. This one right here. Just read that one wrong. Sorry, man. Apologies for that. So let's I don't think I have too much more here. Maybe just I wanted to just throw this one up real quick here. Actually, I do have a couple more. I'm sorry, bosses. I'm going to keep you around for a minute. China oil in the Ukraine war. I'm just going to share that right there. Russia is finding it increasingly difficult to sell its oil. And, gas prices are going up here. I've talked about that a million times on the Hoffcast. Just want to let you know, maybe this whole thing's about oil. It's always about oil. I don't know why. It's always about oil. Always about the oil. But this is what I wanted to talk about here. Because I'm going to do this one last article. And then maybe do a couple UFO videos. I have one other thing to talk about before that, though. Judge blocks release. We've been following Bob Saget. Judge blocks release of Bob Saget's autopsy records after actor was found dead with fracture at base of skull and fractures around his eye sockets. What in the world? We thought this was weird before. What in the world is going on now? How did this happen? To me, this sounds like a hit job. Maybe he fell down some stairs really hard. He fell down one of those spiral staircases in a haunted house face first. I don't know. And someone put a bunch of grease on it or something. I don't know. There's no way you fall down some staircases and get that kind of injury. And then go to bed afterwards and just be like, everything's fine. There's no way. There's no way. There's a lot of fishy stuff in here. And the worst part of all this is we'll never know the true answer behind Bob Saget's death, because it says right here, a Florida judge permanently blocked the release of photos, video, and records in the investigation into actor Bob Saget's death, which only brings up so many more questions. Saget had suffered a fracture at the base of his skull and fractures around his eye sockets when he was found dead in his hotel room in January. The family earlier released a statement saying they could have concluded that he accidentally hit the back of his head on something, thought nothing of it, and went to sleep. That explanation does not explain the fractured eye sockets. And Bobby boy, I don't know if you're a nice guy or not. I don't know. Florida judge on Monday agreed to an order that permanently blocks the release. Yeah, that sucks, you know. The 65-year-old actor died. It's not like it's any of my business. Same time, when you're like in the public eye and something that crazy comes down, like this big of a story, and then you can't explain it, and you're not, and then you come out publicly and say we're not going to publicly release the data behind it or the information. Not that I want to see photos of that, but I just like to know like what the actual cause was. And now they're just putting the kibosh on that. They're just saying like, no more. We're not going to be putting out any more information about this whatsoever. It was blunt head trauma. He was 65 years old, likely from falling backwards at the Ritz-Carlton Orlando Grand Lakes Hotel in Florida. And autopsy is that's what. And the thing is, it says Saget suffered a fracture at the base of his skull, fractures around his eye sockets, a cut to his scalp, and bleeding between the brain and tissue covering the brain. If that's all we get from it, I guess we get a little bit, but we won't get the official ruling or anything else. His death, I mean, the official ruling here, the lie, in my opinion, is his death was ruled accidental, which that was not from natural causes. It just, he fell over, and that was it. That was it. All right, I'm going to do one more thing here. Because I wanted to talk about the, I'd like to get into this more. I want to get into more like some deeper stuff sometimes. But this I thought was like kind of an important thing to talk about for a minute. I named the episode's title is what as below so above. It's like as above so below. So let's learn more about that. According to this fact-checking website, you know, what does as above so below mean? Where does it originate? I'm sure Real Cosmology could tell me a lot about this stuff. The phrase as above, so below is used by writers and astrologers alike to explain why and how the world works. The concept implies that the visible stars in the sky are linked to life on Earth, and that the microcosm and the macrocosm are connected. The human world is related to the larger universe, and everything is connected. I do believe that everything is connected. I also believe that as Earth and as it is in heaven is kind of like the same as above, so below. But you also have to think about the so below portion of it, which might tend itself to evil sometimes. Where did this expression originate? Literature heavily credits the saying to Hermes, an Olympian god in Greek mythology. Poemandries teaches the secrets of the universe to Hermes. In later chapters, Hermes teaches others, such as his son Tat and Asclepius. The Emerald Tablet of Hermes, I think this is mentioned recently on one of my shows. Trismegistus. Oh, good old Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus is a short work which contains a phrase that is well known in occult circles as above, so below. Occult. There you go. Real Cosmology says, I just see it as a materialistic creed. With arms wide open. You set me up, bro. You set me up. That there is a matter below and above, no spirit. Yeah, okay. So the occult version of that. Yeah, they don't want God. They don't want. The ancients are still credited as originators by modern technology. They're trying to make us transhumans, you know. Not transsexual, but also transsexual, but transhuman. When modern science extended the reach of its observation to the galaxies above and the microbes below, it made a surprising discovery. An atom provided strikingly similar to a solar system. Ooh. Both were compromised of particles kept in orbit by the gravity of an energetic core. Modern technology had reiterated the wisdom of the ancients, who coined the very same discovery in the adage, as above, so below. So going back to the atom and the solar system, we're talking about nuclear war. This is a weird idea I just had when like coming up, like thinking about all that. So a lot of people, you know, the Big Bang Theory, where'd that come from? You know, is that real or not? But if a nuclear thing, if an atom is very similar to a solar system, and you blew it up, then would it become its own solar system? And you might be saying, no, Hoff, there'd be nothing there. And there probably wouldn't be. But what about all the, I don't know, bacteria and microbes and stuff that originate from that, or just all the other elements and things? Like, maybe it would, like, maybe if it's not like on our own level, maybe something would be created from it. Maybe it would change the world in the worst way. I don't know. That was just a dumb thought Hoff had right here. That's some philosophy. And what are we calling that? Philosophical? I don't know. But I'm probably wrong on all that, and I sound like an idiot. But that's fine, because I'm just spitballing. Had an idea, ran with it. Here it says, but the God in the Bible says that he made the heaven and the earth. Explains connectivity. You are blessed of the Lord, which made the heaven and the earth. The heaven, even the heavens are the Lord's, but the earth hath he given to the children of men. Psalms 115, chapter 15, 16. Chapter 115, I don't know how it works. Chapter 115, verse 15, 16. That's how it works. And don't give Hoff a break here, all right? It's been a long show. As above, so below points to the connectivity of worlds. The saying means that man is an unfinished world that only partially mirrors the neighboring cosmoses. Man, therefore, needs to look upward that he may learn to look downward, beginning with himself. As above, so below. Huh. And then right below it says, why does the Baphomet statue show the as above, so below symbol? What does this mean? How does it apply to Satan or the devil? Of course. All right, bosses. I think it's about time to wrap this bad boy up. I'm gonna put some UFO videos on here and throw the invite in the chat for anyone who wants to stop by and hang out for a minute with me backstage. So I appreciate y'all here. Let me get this stuff on. Thank y'all, bosses, for being here, by the way. And I know I'm like Bernie Sanders right now. I'm coming to you for one more favor. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, which I know most of you bosses already have, or otherwise you wouldn't be here. But if you haven't already and you're watching, please do so. And ring that bell like Quasimodo, bro. All right, so let's see what we got in terms of UFOs tonight. UFOs. I don't even know yet. We'll find out. I'm sure an ad's gonna play, and then I'm gonna put the invite in the chat here in just a minute. Dang, this thing is really getting the best of me right now. Really getting the best of me. Let's take a look at this one here. Mavi777, always good content. You can't always say that it's good stuff, though. Mitts, have a good night. Thank you for showing up. What is it? Sounds like Psycho. Barb, good night. You have a good night. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I love you, Barb. Love you too, Mitts. Steve, if you want to come backstage, I'm going to put the invite in right now, and all you have to do is click on it, and I'll be there in just about 10 minutes. I'm maybe see if anyone wants to come by, and it's there, and maybe give me like 10 minutes, and I'll be backstage. But it should be in the chat right now. But just give me about 10 minutes. We'll wrap this up then. Maybe a little bit less. Look at this one. Chrissy, have a good night. Thank you for showing up. Have a good night, Chrissy. Let me know if you get that arc going. Yeah, the metaverse. It's annoying. What, that thing's crazy as hell. I really like the design of it, though. It looks old school. It looks like something out of like a sci-fi graphic novel or cover of a sci-fi, like from the 60s or something like that novel. Is that a dog barking in the back? Ravens Outpost, what's up, man? Hey, welcome. I'm just about to wrap this up. If you want to join backstage, though, I put the link in the chat, though, if you want to hang out for a little bit.
What's that?
Looks like a hamburger. Like a flying hamburger a little bit. That made me hungry. Like a slider. Is the noise coming from that, or is there a dog barking? Fifth, see you, bro. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good night, you boss.
Shit, I lost it. I lost it.
Lost it. Is it the DeLorean? So this. Oh, whoa, look at that. Oh boy, I like this one right here. That one's cool, man. I like this one. Oh, and there's a cross there. Headlights. Oh, this is like a David Lynch film.
What is that thing? In the sky.
Look, looks like the Monopoly piece, the top hat. Oh, we got a couple bosses coming backstage already. Might do maybe one more UFO video if anyone else wants to stop by. You're welcome too. I like that video. There's a couple good videos right there. I really like those ones. Didn't have too much to say. Some classic shapes, some old school looking stuff there. What else we got? Maybe let's do one more here. What is this? Now let's look at this one. This one looks funner.
If tuna is one of the healthiest and leanest protein you can eat.
Hey, don't eat tuna. Don't eat tuna. All right, let's check this one out. And then we're gonna head out of here. Beautiful landscape. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh. I mean, what would that be? Like, this doesn't look CGI to me. This one, personally, like, doesn't look CGI to me. It just looks like a big bright light, and who knows what it is? It might just be like a big bright light, but it's just hovering there. I can't see it like a pole beneath it or anything like that. And what's that thing coming out the back of it? Or the front, however you want to look at it. It's right by a power plant, some oil rigs or something like that. It's like they gravitate towards those things. That was in Kentucky. But anyways, I'm going to skedaddle off of here. Hoff's going to skedaddle. Get to the backstage because I got some bosses waiting. If you want to show up, I think the link's in the chat. If not, I'll put it up one more time. We're going to have a good time back here. So before I head out, just one more time here, make sure you go to Hoffcast.com to stay in touch with Hoff. Here it is right here. That's where you can find this week's stream. Or you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Go down there at Hoffcast.com. I got the links right to them right there, and also the YouTube. So it's all connected right there. It's a beautiful masterpiece of a website. And I just want to thank you all for being bosses. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I'll see you. Maybe I'll have one more stream before next Tuesday. But if I don't, then I'll see you next Tuesday. Maybe I'll have a guest on before then. If not, maybe I'll just do a panel stream. But cheers to you all. Thank you. What a fun show tonight. I just kind of just did my own thing. I had a good time. You guys were great in the chat. And I appreciate you all. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon, y'all bosses. I love you. Cheers. Signing off.